Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here once again. Hopefully we can get some people to fall into the chat room and we can get a conversation going as usual. I appreciate the thumbs up so far, even though I ain't said anything yet or, you know, none of the general public or regulars have came in to voice their opinions. It's well appreciated. Hopefully people get the notifications not a day late, not an hour late, not 30 minutes late. Hopefully, they're all going out at the same time and people setting aside some time to join in on the live stream. What's going on, bro? So, did you seek out any of your lady friends you may have been neglecting a little bit? The ones that probably wouldn't have a problem sharing some of your time versus the one that kind of try to play you to the side. Hopefully that got rectified. You know. Oh, you said you be hitting the sack soon. Okay, that's a good thing then. Hopefully something comes of it. And if the other one comes back around, and you might have to run the reversal on her. Like, oh, maybe we do have to take our time. You said you stressing taking your time, so take it. You got all the time in the world. Who all else is out there? Shows some new people done showed up in the chat, but who is it? Hopefully, you speak up a little bit. Say something. What it do, shot? What it do? What it do? What it do? Tomorrow's Friday. You'll be in the town tomorrow. That's a good thing. We could tackle this at a different angle. Matter of fact, I haven't been able to get in contact with the infamous, so I don't know if what you want to go down with the infamous will happen. Oh, you said that 6ix9ine dude is on one? Yeah, I heard the tapes. The prosecution is saying, oh, so how did it go down? Yeah, this person did this. He done changed from a rapper to a straight up R&B singer. He's singing all the love songs to the prosecution, to the courtroom. Matter of fact, what was I gonna say? I kind of wanted to have a topic on something. Usually, I don't have no topic on live streams, but I seen the status, and it was about you know people claiming things that are not even within their reach of claiming. It's like who does that? I mean, just like we were talking about, how people take pictures by other people's cars and things and try to false claim things. That just lets you know what's really going on in their head. Not too much. I wish I would claim something. That'd be like me selling a car and the dude done hooked it up that I sold it to, and then I could claim it all. That's my whip. That used to be my whip or something like that. That don't make no goddamn sense. It's no longer mine. It's whoever the brother that done, took it over. That's his car. You know, if anything like that, you're living in the past. And if you're living in the past, that means you ain't got nothing going on currently or prosperous in your future. Okay, bro, you said all these thugs and are real until they get arrested. Just like the mafia dudes joined, and when they get caught, they turn on the organization. Most definitely. I mean, I know this is a movie and I know we done seen it, but Goodfellas at the end when Henry gets pinched, as they say, Ray Liotta, who's playing Henry, a real mafioso in real life that they modeled that movie after. Do you see Paulie Cicero in the courtroom? Got the ET finger out pointing. Do you see I forgot the not Al Pacino, the other person's name, he pointed him out. So essentially that's what it is. Instead of, going down for however many years you're facing for what you did alone, nobody forced you to do it, but I guess these are the times that we're in. That's why you gotta be very mindful of the types that you keep within your circle. Yeah, I heard some. I didn't know if that was true about the Jim Jones thing. I mean, I've been seeing people make memes about that, but I only heard portions of the audio, so I can't really say what was all said in there. I just know the portion I heard, he was, essentially like, yeah, it was this person and that person. Like, wow. But I guess he figures, well, if I get out, I got enough money to protect me. But it's been people that done had way larger amounts that done got knocked off. So I don't see the benefit in doing anything like that. Matter of fact, someone said the best thing would be to move to a different country. Just write America off. Like, oh, okay, if I'm out somewhere abroad. You got your little money from your fake gangster rapping. Go move somewhere else out of the country where, you might have a chance. It's like what is it? Jim Carrey said in Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying I have a chance. Oh, you said he's supposed to get off next year if he win for snitching. I don't see how winning and snitching is in the same category, but I guess in the snitch mind, I guess he looks at it as winning. I didn't have to do all these years, but you was claiming all the super thug award goes to the Rainbow Head motherfucker. Man, that's how it seemed like though, for real, for real. But see, this to me, with them publicizing this, just thinking of ongoing cases that are out there that people that done already got knocked for, and them same people watching and hearing all these updates of what's going on. This is putting, what's the word? It's like it's showing people that's under the scope or under pressure. Well, maybe I should do like him. Well, first of all, you ain't got the money like him, so it's gonna go a lot, not a little bit different, a lot bit different for you if you put the ET finger out. Cause think about it, that's what most of when you turn in a nightly news. Tonight's news: someone gunned down because they were running their mouth and they couldn't hold water. Now sports. That's how it usually go, and a lot of people don't be understanding. Well, why was this killing at the bus stop? Why wasn't this shooting at the mall? Why was this dude got stomped down in the parking lot? Why? because it stems from, bigger issues that, people are not holding their own. They want to floss and do everything else when it comes to, you know, you know, other things that they may be getting, lucrative money. But once they get under pressure from these people that, they know they got it out for them, they want to, well, nobody's going to know about this, right? I just sign this paper and I'll be good. You know, People go and pay that little bit of money to get that paper. We're like, who told on me? And it shows right here. Oh, he cooperated with officer whatever, and this is his affidavit saying that you were the one that did whatever. So that's how things get out of hand. Said he's the biggest snitch in history. But think about it, it's probably someone else, probably a bigger snitch than that. Think about that. I mean, probably the biggest one that's been publicized, I may say that, in today's age, but I'm quite sure it's been bigger ones, you know. They just kind of fly under the wire. Like Al Pacino said in Scarface, you just know how to hide. So we got Low in here. I don't know if you went out yet. Reddit shot. Who else is out there? Shout out to God. What's going on? We got Raider shot and shout out to God. Okay. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hopefully you got something that you may want to add to the conversation at hand, or like I always say, what's going on, Williams? You can throw your number up. As soon as you throw your number up, I lock it down. I hit your line and I knock it out of the chat so nobody sees it. You don't have to worry about, okay, Reese about to repost this live. Someone's gonna see my number. No, it doesn't work like that. As soon as it goes out, it never shows up like you ever put it up ever. So if you want to join the conversation and actually be on this live stream conversing, throw your number up. I'll hit your line. I'm not one of them funny types who's like, oh, I can't talk to you. Your conversation might be too much for me. Nah. I think I can deal with all types of conversations, you know. So if that's an angle you want to, go towards, we could do that. Anybody. Last night we had Low 454. He was shining in the conversation, bringing up a lot of magnificent topics. Matter of fact, I have to say some of the topics I've been having on these particular live streams are a hell of a lot better than some actual videos that I no longer have posted on here. I have to say that, like I said, like I was saying earlier, people who try to claim, my shit, even if they got little punk ass snippets that are, less than 60 seconds, because, you can't have the amount of work that I have on this platform on Instagram. It just don't work like that. So, you know, I guess if people want to be my cheerleader and things like that, that's what I look at you as, a cheerleading broad. The ones that attend sporting events for either like high school, or you go to the football game or basketball game. You're a cheerleading broad for me. So when you say I got about this many, no, you were a guest in the house of Tuku Khan, and I have however many that I have that I no longer look at as anything, because we don't recognize punk ass feet sniffers, motherfuckers that got feet fetishes and things like that. So are you on the interstate, Williams, or are you situated, or what's really going on? Like I said, y'all got any other topics that you want to add to, or statements, anything? Throw it up there. We can talk about it. Okay, plug you in. Hey, y'all, you about to hear Williams come in. Williams always adds to the conversation. Matter of fact, hey, you see Williams' icon right now, right before I even plug him in. Go to his channel. He's going to start adding content to it and subscribe to Williams' channel. The Black Knight Williams. Yeah, subscribe to his channel and, you be doing me a favor. Because, really not me a favor, yourself a favor. Because, he always has something to add to the conversation that's, magnificent. Let me see. Here we go.
What's going on?
What's going on with you, Williams?
Man, I don't know it. Just chilling.
Huh.
Finally got a little rain today.
Oh, that's a good thing for your way.
Yeah. Cooling it off. It feels nice outside.
Huh.
Yep. I didn't get a chance to catch all of the topic. You might have to fill me in a little bit.
We were just kind of bouncing around. Just essentially they was talking about 6ix9ine and him pointing the ET finger in court, with that tape coming out.
Yeah, I call him Snitch 9.
Right, that makes sense.
That's right. Yeah, Snitch 9. He had them. He told on everybody he knew, didn't
he? Yeah.
Damn. I heard the little clip not too long ago. I said, man, he really on something.
Right.
Right here. He might not get no time in the end.
Right.
He told on everybody.
I couldn't even see living like that. It's like you touch back down, damn near everybody in America know your rainbow head in your face, and you got them tattoos that's all on your face that this is blatant as day. So it's like, man, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, it used to be a time they got dealt with. I don't know what age of time we in now. But he might be escaping some of that shit he was doing. He did.
Right.
Things and changed. I ain't no telling. I know back in the days he probably wouldn't even been able to make the stand.
Right.
He been got dealt with, This that new age stuff. So I don't know. Ain't that it's new age because it's been going on for years, but it's all watered down now. See, like if they just do it and get away with it.
Right, where they let the bullshit ride.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was reading some of the comments. I appreciate everybody coming in. I couldn't make it in to you last night, but I got a chance to listen in for a minute. I see y'all had a good one going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just look at it like this. If you ain't in here, it's like a tag team. Like, oh, okay, now Lowe's in here, or now Shad's in here. Somebody's picking up the slack. Like, hey, tap me in. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. I said, damn, Rick, they doing it tonight. I'm gonna sit back and listen while I'm driving. Then I appreciate it. I turned the radio all the way off and checking the conversation now.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. So like you got some people in the room now, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit, but I know, bro. He said he's probably gonna hit the sacks because he probably got to hit it early. So I know he might be checking out in a little bit, or if he ain't already. We got Shad the God in here, or at least he was in here for a little bit.
Shad the God and Radio Shaw,
yeah.
What's going on, people?
And I appreciate those.
Yeah,
I appreciate those thumbs up so far too.
Yeah, that dude, man, he done told on everybody. I'm like, man, he got himself put in a real bad situation, didn't
he? He did.
You talk that talk, you got to be able to walk it.
Mm-hmm.
Out here hollering about you was all this and all that, and you was doing this and doing all that now. Shit, damn.
You see what Lowe said?
Oh, let me see if I can get to my comments. I have my screen. I got my screen and blank though. So,
Oh, what's up, Tommy Wayne? Long time no hear from. I'm glad you done found your way in here. That's
oh, Tom Wayne.
yeah.
Okay, then. Trying to see if I can get my comments going. All right. Yeah, he said, hey, Reek. Glow said with that robot come again yesterday. With that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was some bullshit, man.
Right. That's
I was the one that knocked their ass at the box last night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said you went to the page and it was zero. It wasn't nothing on that page.
Wasn't nothing on it. It wasn't even. It wasn't pull up nothing. You know, they had no business going on. In other words,
Right.
like a blank page.
Mm-hmm.
Just set a page up and it's just it ain't no content or nothing on it.
Huh.
You know. So.
Now let me reiterate. If you want to come in and join the conversation, like you seen Williams is up in here, throw your number up. I'll lock you in and I'll knock it off the chat, and we could get a conversation going. Because like I said, I know every now and then people get tired of, trying to type up what they trying to say or what they thinking.
Right. So he might be winding down a little bit and might be have your glass of wine or something at hand or a cold brewski or something, you know. Might not feel like typing right now. Throw your number up.
Right.
So, we'll be glad to hear from you.
I would say they might be getting something in with their lady friend or something, but I don't think you want to be listening to us if you about to, get something in, playing for the black backdrop of whatever you're doing.
Right. Simon Wayne said the show, fam. He said, y'all think Tekashi is going to do no jail time?
I think if he does, it's going to be very little. I mean, the amount of people we've been telling on, yeah, it's going to be very little. And I'm quite sure if he comes out, he better have a lot of security. That's all I say. He better have a lot.
Yep. Or it could go the other way around too, you know. He could think he can helping himself by telling on somebody else or whatever, but he might have been implementing himself in too much shit to get out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They keep bringing up other shit. He keep on putting himself in other situations and stuff and saying that he was there and he was involved in this and involved in that. You thinking it's helping you in one way, but in another way, that shit might be hanging yourself.
Right.
You know, you might be looking at 200 years there. You tell on 5 people or 10 people, that might only knock off 100 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but like you said, it's a possibility that he won't do. That he can do minimum time, you know, because it's like this. They're kicking back out here for the streets to deal with him.
Right.
You know, they'll look at him and say, well, we'll let the streets deal with him in less than a year or so. He'll probably be gone anyway. See.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll probably kick him out, kick him on back out in the street. You know.
Right.
So, but I don't know though. It can go either way, but
yeah, Lowe said it's supposed to be a year, but he said instead of 47 years. So that's probably what they gave him the scare tactic. Like, yeah, you're facing 47. I can't do 47. well, tell on all these people and we'll give you a year. Well, that's damn near. I mean, think about it. Essentially, they gave him 2 death sentences.
Yeah.
Either do 47 years or do a year and just be out on the streets. That's a death sentence still.
Yeah.
One's the living dead and one is potentially you're gonna be dead.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like you said, he better have a lot of security.
Right.
I can't see him retracting over there right now. I mean, right now he nationwide, everybody know what he is now, you know.
Oh, Joe Franks done jumped in there. He said back for some more of it.
What's up, Joe Frank? Yeah, he came in last night. That was what's up. You know, y'all, like I say, y'all held it down for a minute, man. I didn't get a chance to catch all of it, but I was like, damn, yeah, I went for a minute though.
Yeah. Yeah, you know me. Usually, sometimes like if it starts seeming like it ain't popping, I'll be ready to go out. But if we running with a topic, we could go as long as possible, as long as it's jumping and it's interesting.
Right. You said people.
Yep. Hey, Joe Frank, throw your number up. We'll put you in. Yeah, I keep stressing. You said you put the wrong number up the other nights ago. Put the right one up, and I'll patch you in. Okay, Dre Chili. Yeah, but people fail to realize even though he got a deal with the feds, the state can still come back with a few charges, in particular that shooting at the hotel.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right. Like I say, he said it thinking he helping himself by telling them, but at the same time, you putting yourself in all these different places at the same time too. You implement other people in yourself too. So hey, those charges that are adding up, so that could be another way of you hanging yourself too. You were like, wait a minute, you've been into a lot of shit. Like we just can't let you go out. Like, we can't just let you walk like that. Now thinking you ain't gonna be able to get no time, So they gonna snap him upside the head with something, but I don't know these days and age. You can't never tell.
Right. Now let me get these things. And Dre Chili said where they shot at Chief Keef, and then he said he's locked up at a snitch camp. Can you imagine the conversations? Ooh, yeah, man.
Yep, crazy.
Let me see.
Yeah, no, he probably in protected custody because he that's like, you know what I mean? That's like worldwide. You got everybody knowing about what's going on, but what you got going on with your case.
Right.
So, and don't tell him what he got going on. Boy, say he's singing like Ronald Isley. Hey, Joe Frank stole his number up.
Yeah, I'm hitting his line right now. Patching you in, Joe Frank. Anybody else I can patch you in too?
Yes. What's going down?
What's going down, Joe Frank?
Fellas, man, what's going on? The audience and everybody, what's happening? What's happening?
What's going on, Joe Frank?
Man, I'm hearing the topic that you cats got going right now, man, about these snitches and these so-called wannabe men. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to say M-A-N as a man. I'm going to say men because they might turn into women. You dig?
I wouldn't even give them that much credit. You might have to call them males, and they're a male, and they may have to put the F-E on the front of it. Female.
Males are boys.
That too.
I got it.
Might be somebody else.
I got that.
Man. Dre Chili said all Title 18 charges conspiracy alone is filed because of the time and the money it takes to investigate you for a federal charge. That's crazy, Tommy Wayne said. Right.
Yeah, nowadays, man, you be trying to cause and they listening in, and I'm like, man, these newer vehicles, man, be giving up game too.
Right.
I was on this street, on this block, and you know what I mean, and your cell phone is hooked up to it, and man, come on, man, you know what I mean?
Right.
They got your location and all that already tapped in on the phone.
Oh man.
That's the main reason why Obama did that cash for clunkers to get rid of all the old schools, damn near out of rotation. So, people couldn't keep hooking them up and keeping them on the road no more. You have to buy cars that can essentially track your location.
Yep. And he did the same thing. He did the same thing with those phones I heard you talking about last night, man.
Oh yeah, them free Obama phones. Yeah.
He giving the phone and people were thinking, oh, he looking out for the people. He giving out free phones and thought it was all a good thing. But shoot, now they got everybody tied into this thing now, So, yeah. But then just think about that 5G that's coming, man.
Oh, right.
It's going to be even worse.
It's going to be worse, man. Man, truly, man. You know, these cats that can't detach themselves from these handhelds, man, it's gonna get real dark.
Huh.
You know? Yeah, they're gonna be you instead of you being you.
Right.
Right. Essentially, they got devices and shit that can literally fry your brain with these airwaves and stuff from anytime they want to.
Yeah. That's these new phones.
Right.
That's what that 5G gonna be basically gonna be all about. And then not only that, it's gonna be like they turning up the radiation and all that on the phones. You're gonna be getting cancer and all kind of stuff through these devices that people don't know about. You know.
Yeah, I was talking to some cats, man, a few days ago, and they was telling me about how they be interpreting these movies. So I was telling them not too long ago, there was a movie called Demolition Man.
Right.
Everything you see in Demolition Man is now here today. Because I was telling the cats, they got the cars that go by themselves.
Right.
You can talk to somebody on the phone just like you're talking to me face to face, and they made that Instagram. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So the phones you saying that they're gonna blow off your head, man. There's another movie, I don't know if you've seen it, with the it's called Kingston, where they put the chip in the man's neck.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
That made me think of, I can't remember the movie, but it was a movie with I forget the dude's name. He just recently died. He was in Blade Runner. And in this movie, they was like what is it? They were like in prison, but it didn't have no fences. They wore these collars around their neck. And if they ran past whatever the line of the fence was, it would blow their head off.
Right. I know what you're talking about. And I tell you something else that may be quite interesting too to add with it. But before the late Gregory died, he mentioned something about that happening with Johnny Cochran through that cell phone device. People slipped on that since they had no attention.
Right.
You know, just go back and listen to Dick Gregory on some of those clips. So he be saying certain things. People just don't really be adding it up, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he just talking crazy, whatever. But in actuality, he need to pay some attention to what he was trying to say.
Right.
They might have took him out because of what he knew too. Also, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right. Because you know, with this new audience base, you know, you can get them old ones and them young ones. Because you know, don't get it twisted. We be going hard on the youngsters, man. But some of these youngsters, man, they are keen. You know, they pick up on a whole lot, and they like, okay, you know, like this big wave. They trying to tell people about these walking zombie things they're gonna push it on you. You got that going on there. It's an epidemic with a pill, and the pill got too expensive for them, and they gave them something else, and as you can see, they some walking zombies.
That's right. Exactly, and that's why they keep putting so many of them zombie movies out.
That's right.
The subliminal messages and that they basically saying you are the zombies. You know what I mean? The society, the people are asleep.
Right.
They're zombified. They're in the state of a zombie.
Right.
You know what I mean? With all this fast food and technology and these devices and stuff, it's like everybody walking with their head down and going nowhere. You know what I mean? Just going.
That's right.
It's moving like zombies. You know, it's just fast and just.
Now let me answer Dre Chili's comment. He said it's the social media that gets these guys caught up. They like to make headlines and be seen. Feds know just about everything because of what you guys said, naming blocks, you know.
Yeah, they put a lot of that stuff in that music and be talking about shit, man. Be telling on themselves in that music and stuff, man. You know, and then you know, I wouldn't be surprised that if he get out and get more damn fans than what he had before. The way shit look now, shit crazy as hell.
Right, the way people's turning their heads away from that, like, oh well, he's famous, so what? It was the dudes that put him under pressure. They'll twist that to make it seem like what he did was heroic or something like that.
Right. They reward dishonesty, see?
Right.
So Tommy Wayne said Gregory was wise, and he was, man. Yeah. So
Yep. Yep. I agree.
Matter of fact, I type his name into YouTube and look at damn near everything you can find on Dick Gregory. He got a lot of information out there that can
yeah,
put you up on things that you wasn't even thinking about.
right, right. But
Man,
especially with for that technology wise, he was way ahead of time on that.
right.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
So
The thing I get mad about, cause on the Lions Den, me and Ken was supposed to actually interview him, but a conflict, it didn't happen, and not too long after that, he passed away. I'm like, man, that'd have been a hell of an interview.
yeah, that would have been a blast. That would have been a blast.
Man,
Yeah.
full classic. Full
Yeah.
classic. Reach out and put some knowledge to another platform because people was trying to ignore him. They was trying to silence him, but they said, okay, we're going to take you off the stage and we're going to use you as a blackball artist.
Hmm.
You know,
Right.
you're known, but we're not going to put you on anything national. But guess what? A dear thing jumped out, and it's called the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
So he used that as that form.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He knew they was he was another one that can say that. Probably knew that they was coming to get him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
he was just trying to put the information out there. So at the time he was thing was going on. You can tell it. He was a fucking revolutionary, like a soldier. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And the older he got, the
Right.
stronger he was.
Right.
So, he told it like it was, in my opinion. He passed along many jewels he could before he got killed off or before he passed or whatever.
And like you said it right, killed off because he was really health conscious. So how do he die from pneumonia? I don't get that one.
Right, and that one never made big headlines either. See,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He talk about the election that he got rigged up when he was running up against Nixon and all that stuff, and how they rigged the polls up, and how he had actually won the election, and they fucking went and changed the damn numbers on it.
Right.
He was talking about that way back then, how they changed the numbers on the poll.
And that's the sense thing about that. With you saying that, that's essentially like how my channel is. Because like I said, I did a live when I was doing those lives where it would just be, it would be total silence. I went in a live and it said 3.5 million. So I got that many subscribers, but they don't want me to have that many subscribers. They no, Rick, you only be at 100,000 or whatever. You can't have this 3.5 because you'll move the nation like that. Many of these brothers you be having on here speaking about, areas that other little brothers don't know about. We can't have that.
He talked about a whole lot of stuff, man. He was talking about the indigo children and all kinds of stuff, man.
Right.
But people need to do the research on him too, as well, and pick up some of those jewels that he left behind, and try to understand where he was, coming from, and where he was going with what he was saying.
I like how he broke down about the money, how essentially the 13 families, each one of those ones, like say one that says 1 or 12 or 11 or 9, that money goes to each one of those families, whichever number they bear. I'm like, man, I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all being controlled by the queen, So he even goes in and talk about the queen and how much money she making, you know what I'm saying? And what part she has to play in it,
Right.
She played a major part in the whole damn world, for real. Just like a chess game, for real. All the countries and stuff, they working to protect that queen, just like the bees, So when you want to follow the money, you eventually link it back to one of those 13 families, which probably take you back to the queen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the thing get deep, man, when you really start following that paper trail. Like he said, you want to know anything about it, probably just follow the money.
Now let me see, Tommy. Okay, let me go back. Lowe said, and that dude, Dr. Sebi, yeah, Dr. Sebi put out some good information.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
Tom,
Right.
Tommy Wayne said, put a lot of good information out, and then he said, I thought they would have killed him a long time ago with all that knowledge he put out. And then Dre Chili said the crown and the queen owns the birth certificates.
Exactly. She own everything.
Yeah, and he said, yup, they even talked about the Federal Reserve System. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I got a little part on that too, because they saying that this American dollar with George Washington face on it is supposed to be supreme over all. When you turn it over, you know about that pyramid, that third eye, right?
Right.
Yeah, they say they supposed to have every note backed up by gold that's backing Fort Knox. They got everybody believing that Fort Knox is unpenetrable, and they got tons of gold up in there. The common sense man would say, "Will show it to us."
Right.
Yeah. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by gold anymore since I forgot what year it was.
I want to say in 72, Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was about 72 in the early 70s.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Because I tell them all, if you got any kind of common sense, this is 2019. It ain't 1920. You just can't tell me anything and think it's gonna work the way it goes. Show me.
Right.
Right. All you gotta do is go back and go back into your history because it's documented. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they don't want us to do. They want us to forget about the past and just blend in with the future and say, okay, this was real today's time. It was back then. You don't need to think about that what happened back then. Or slavery was over with. That was 500 years ago. But you gotta go back and revisit the past in order to get forward in the future.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
that's why they fill us with so many distractions, ongoing distractions. So it's like, okay, we done gave you this, so now just think about this. Don't think about something that, is imperative to your future or to your youngsters' future. Think about this stuff that's gonna keep you stuck on stupid.
Right. And while you stuck on stupid, they started rewriting history. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they rewriting history. So about going behind our back and which they've been doing for years and telling us that, certain things wasn't this and certain things wasn't that, and then they going back and telling their version of it,
Right. Now,
that's right. So they want you to not to know the truth.
Right.
That's right.
When you hear the truth, you're gonna feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely resonate with you. Like, man, and then you start seeking out other things that kind of, build on that truth that you just discovered. Like, oh, okay, this kind of add up with that too. It's like, man.
Yes, sir.
It's like you'll never be the same. You'll never want to go back to being the way you were before. That's the one thing. Once you get on this discovery of truth, actual truth, you never want to go back being, in the dark about things. Like, no, I can't believe that. I'm not going to be just buying whatever you say and that's, what I'm supposed to run with. No.
Right.
No, that's right. That's your own path. Not to interrupt you, brothers, man, but I got a little something thing that a guy told me recently. Right, I'm a 50-year-old man, man. I got this from a young brother that told me straight to my face. He said, "Man, do you think Jesus Christ will be right in doing the things that he's doing at this time? Him and his disciples?" And I said, "Well, it is a different time." And things. They said, "Well, listen, how about just his name?" They say Jesus or things of that nature. Okay, great. So back in them days, and in that general area where he was living and walking and talking and giving these speeches, you think it was a lot of Matthews and Lukes and Pauls and John and no, those names don't even, because it was Arabic in that section,
Right.
His name should have been something else. And why they got you thinking that there was a Luke and a Peter at that time.
Right.
Those names didn't exist if you have common sense.
Right.
The letter J didn't come into existence until years and years later. You know what I
mean? Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
When you start doing
yes,
it,
sir.
and it's hard for people to want to hear the truth of that, when you get up into that religion thing, because they're so caught up in it, and it becomes into a state of confusion, you know what I mean, or a conflict every time people bring a religion up. So, when you try to tell them certain things, you got to be very careful with how you're trying to break it down to them, because you got to understand that they've been brainwashed for years and years and years. I've been brainwashed, you know what I mean? And it was hard for me to come out of it, but in order for me to get forward and understand who the true living God is, you have to go back into your past history and before then, and we gotta understand that we've been lied to for our whole life, going through going through history, going through our school system, and growing up with our parents. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't their fault, because they was only going on what they was taught. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly. So I do have, like I said, not that, like I don't want to put anything out there to go down that route as a topic. I was just putting it out there that it's something small, minute as your name. You can't even find your true name.
Right.
Because these names are being given.
Right.
Once you start, this, I would say this, for the people that's listening or whatever. Once you start, doing your research, always search for your truth. Don't never go on with nobody, preaching to you or telling you or trying to force down your throat. You know what I mean? Or trying to force down your, put in your heart to make you feel, make you resonate with something that you don't resonate with, because everybody got a spirit of truth in them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and people try to, so that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take our spirit of resignation, of things that we, our sovereignty, or things that we reside in, our, spirituality. They try to take that from us and give us, this other thing, you know what I mean?
Replace it with some hollow shit that ain't gonna help us in no walks of life. In this, might as well say we live on a prison planet, essentially.
Right. It's the same thing with the food and everything. They trying to they want to give us supplemental shit, you know what I mean? And they don't want to give us the whole truth or the whole fruit or the whole knowledge and nothing of what it's really supposed to be. They want to give us everything artificial and GMO now. So that's even with the, you know what I'm saying, your ways of life, your Bible, your teachings, and your religions, all kinds of stuff, man. You really have to see. That's and this is the, the probably, like I said, the age of information, like they say, because we got the whole world in our hand, and we able to search and Google and find our own truth out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now let me cover these particular topics real quick. Dre Chili said, right, Fort Knox is empty, and then he came back and said the senator he's talking about is a guy named Ron Paul. He said, show us the gold. Now Lowe came in, he said, do y'all believe in Ancestry.com? Now the thing I found out about the Ancestry.com, people are like, oh, I get to find my ancestors. But what they don't tell you, they keep some of your DNA sample for their own purposes to sell off to law enforcement and things like that. People don't know about that part. So yeah, they dress it up real good. Like, ooh, I can find out, what tribes I came from over in the continent of Africa. When actually, they're using it to basically, it's like you're freely giving your DNA to them, so they can map your DNA and everything like that. What's the sister that they're still using her DNA to this day? What's her name? Henrietta Lacks or something like that. Essentially, they'll do your DNA like that.
Right, and that's all they're doing is throwing up their DNA and giving them, and probably creating clones or whatever somewhere else,
Right.
Their DNA, because I'm gonna say something like, damn, if you ever pay any attention to some of those movies, like when they be having all those vials of blood and shit, and they be in those damn labs and shit and trying to create other stuff with people's blood and stuff, But essentially, it can be just like that, or they can be selling your blood just like they do when you donate your blood, your plasma and stuff. They can be selling that and trading that off, and they don't tell them what they doing with that.
Right.
And then who to say that? Okay, you on Ancestry.com, or you giving your DNA or sample of your blood, or whatever, and the results come back. You don't know who the hell you can to. you'll never find out who you relate. We all related in some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once you go on to do your research or whatever. So I don't really believe in it. Like I believe it's all a scam thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you anything, and you can believe. Oh, I got Cherokee in me, or I'm Buntu, or whatever kind of you ever. You know, it's a propaganda thing to me. You know,
Right.
I think it's all a scam. Or I'm skeptical of stuff like that.
Now, Fat Joey came in. He said, "I be doing that all day." I want to say he's probably talking about doing your own research. I mean, we all got to do that. You can't rely on nobody else. But okay, I'll just get the information from CNN or Fox or any of these news outlets. No, go beyond that.
Right. And then be willing to expand your mind and be willing to go outside the box and don't look at it so, you know what I'm saying, kind of look at it more than one way. Because, you got, they operate in different ways and we got to try to interpret, what way they operate in so we can understand. And then you might look at something and we're going to most definitely probably get, some the same similarities out of something. I'm going to also see something that you didn't see. You probably might see something I didn't see in the same object. So it's always good to, you know what I'm saying? The do research, do your own research because you might have a different answer. You might,
get more than one interpretation over one situation.
Right. So
it's called learning.
Right.
It's called learning.
Right. See, and that's what they try to get little brothers and sisters. They get them so bombarded with learning stuff that's unnecessary in school that they turn off. Like, man, I don't want to learn nothing else. And it's like, no, you learn every day, not just in this indoctrinating schoolhouse, but in actual life for things that have you and your family prospering. Look into the things that you need to know for yourself. Not, okay, George Washington was this and he cut down a cherry tree. I don't need to know about that kind of shit right there. But I do need to know about, okay, so how did he have an effect on our people of Melon? What did he hinder for us not to, gain and grow in certain areas? I need to know those things.
Right. They don't want us to know how great of the people that we really are. They don't want to never take us back to no further than slavery.
Right.
And people have us to thinking that all that we were was slaves, and you know what I'm saying. As far as they go in our history book, they don't tell us how superior we were, and how many kings and queens we had, and you know what I'm saying. We had servants, and you know what I'm saying. We had, they don't talk about none of the good stuff that we had going on. It's all a part of their history when so-called. Christopher Columbus come over here and so-called discovered America and all that other bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And I can dig that to add to that, man, to piggyback on that. They'll even tell you that your language is supposed to be this language, not that language.
Right.
And how do you discover something that was already here? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's like you going in someone's house like, ooh, they got a big screen TV. I just discovered this. No, you're in someone else's house.
Right. So, and they use all those kinds of forms of trickery to try to, keep people dumbfounded and not knowing what the real truth was and try to, that's why they kept us from, learning how to read and write for so long back in the day because, they didn't want us to know the truth. They was working on hiding the truth from us.
Right.
If they got caught, if anybody got caught teaching us back in those days, they was fined $100 and 39 strikes, you know what I'm saying? By the slave master. So they really wasn't teaching blacks, wasn't trying to teach us how to, educate ourselves. But at the same time, that's how they was able to control and gain, to control the world, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but it's always like when you go back to it, like the Moors, you know what I'm saying? They went over and talked to people in Spain and Europe, and they were the first ones that colonized them people over there in Europe, and they was Moors, you know what I'm saying? So, and they were also black people, So
it's a lot. There's a lot that they try and change in mind, but this thing do come around in different forms. Because I can bring that up to piggyback on what you were saying.
Right.
In 1942, they had this World War II, where Germany is taking over the whole earth.
Right.
When it came to North America, he said, "Okay, I done got Italy, I done got Russia. Okay, well, let's go get North America." But he just couldn't straight invade that come in the United States or 50 states. He said he'll come up through Mexico and get them. But Mexico said, no, we're going to push that back. So I'm saying it's recent. It's less than 100 years ago.
Right.
We all supposed to be speaking German.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because he ain't the last conqueror. You can say Donald Trump in today's days. You got a damn fool, and he's speaking for the whole United States.
Right.
He can't even spell his name.
Right. Because Trump is being puppeted also. You know what I mean? He's trying to lead us into this one world dictatorship. You know what I mean? Where it won't probably,
that's right.
Be no presidency. Where you'll be up under a dictatorship, just like other countries are.
Right.
That's right.
So we already owe people. We already owe them people so much money. You know what I mean? United States is supposed to be in so much debt with China and all these other people too. You know what I'm saying? Well, essentially, they can come over in and take over anytime they get ready. Well, they ain't got to come because they already here.
Right.
You talking about a war breaking out or something, going somewhere to fight. You ain't gonna be able to do that because you got too many of them already over here. How you talking about going to fight them folks and they already here on our land?
Right. Look at all the little corner stores. Who's it damn near owned by? It's always seemed like it's owned by some Arabs or the little hair spots by some Asians or something. Come on.
Right. You talking about you against them people and you don't want them over here and you going to war and all that. It's too late for all that. You can let them in the country already.
Right.
So they only target is, you know what I'm saying, it's us. Because, they already, you know what I'm saying, they already inferior everybody else, including us. And so if we all come together on the shit, they won't have nobody's side to have. We the only ones been having their back. It's the blacks.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Through all the world history and through all the wars and everything that's been happening, within the past 300, 400, 500, 600 years or whatever, we've been the ones that saved them every time, and we've been the ones enslaved and oppressed the worst.
That's right, the colored man.
We fucking built the country, and we still got to run the motherfucker in the end to save the bitch when they start falling down. You know what I mean?
Right.
I believe that, truly.
They can't do nothing without us, They can't create nothing. Go back and look at whatever they created. They ain't creating nothing but destruction. You know what I'm saying? Disaster and destruction. Everywhere they go, they create that. They ain't creating nothing for real. It ain't already been created by us.
I think what happened when the upper hand when they seen the Chinese had discovered gunpowder and they used it for fireworks and things like that.
Right.
They turned it around and used it. Okay, we could actually make this so we could kill somebody.
Right.
And that's when the upper hand really started to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it's telling. They go out and get in their ship and they conquer over things. They came with the cross and the gun. So which one you want?
Right.
I tell you, and then the Chinese they learned that from the ancient Africans, from Kemet. Because they was using the gunpowder for a fucking medicine to heal certain things. You know what I'm saying? To create certain things with that. But the enemy got a hold to it and say, oh, I can make this and put it inside of a capsule and make it a bullet and be able to fucking kill somebody.
Right.
So,
yes, sir.
Like,
I'm going to bid y'all farewell this evening. This is Joe Frank signing off.
Okay.
And I'll get at you, brothers, at another time.
All right.
Thank you for your intelligence and thank you for your intelligence and being real men.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Come in anytime you want.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for calling in, my brother.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Stay up. Now, if anybody else wants to add to the conversation, like, you heard Joe Frank speak on his 2 cents on the situation, you can go ahead and do that too. Throw your number up. I'll hit your line. I'll knock it out the chat, and we can continue this conversation in whatever direction you want to go. And matter of fact, who's still all out there? Because I know y'all just been kicked back listening. Who's still on? Who's out there? So I can kind of know who's still listening and who may want to jump in, so I could patch you in.
While you doing that, Rick, I'm gonna step off for about 36. I need to go run and grab my phone and charge out the car. So
All right.
I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, Lo, you still here? Uh, Fat Joey, you still here? Dre Chili, you still here? Tommy Wayne, you still out there? I want to say I know bro done already checked out. Um, just trying to see who's all still within the wings. Ready Shot, I don't know if you still there or not. But if not, we've been on like 61 minutes. Time flies when you're covering topics that need to be covered, you know. That's a good thing. It's like you never know which way the live will go. You know, sometimes like I always stress, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna end this in 15 if it don't get to jumping. But you know, y'all always show up and show out, and we ended up taking it, you know, longer than what I even expected. You know, so hey, props to the people that come in here and add your comments, your statements. If you happen to, you know, throw your number up for me to hit your line, I appreciate it all. I appreciate you throwing a thumbs up on this particular live stream. That's so, you know, hopefully, you know, they can place it in the right place when I say I'm going live at X amount of time, or I put a video up and you get the notification. Because a lot of y'all be saying, well, you know, I didn't get the notification till like the next couple of days over or something like that. I don't have anything to do with that. That's this platform called YouTube that does that. And what's so crazy, they try to act like it's technical difficulties, but I watch some channels and their channels be straight flying. But you know, they're playing by their rules. So if you're playing by their rules and you're obedient and things like that, they're gonna let you fly and do whatever you want. Cause you know, essentially they know you're a obedient dog and you'll bow down to whatever they say.
Right. You sold your soul already.
Right.
You know, they sold out already. Low said he's here. What's been going on with you, Low? I see you came in and chopped it up pretty good last night, man. Went pretty hard in that last night. You had, matter of fact, like I said, you had a pretty good panel on last night. Everybody was chiming in a little bit.
Yeah. Like I said, you never know. You never know how the line's gonna go. I mean, it kind of got rocky with that troll that kind of tried to jump in and try to take us off course. But I think it's because we were talking about, you know, something that not a lot of people know. So they figure, okay, let's start, you know, coming with this ignorance to try to throw, you know, the people with melon off, because we think we got them figured out. No, I got you figured out. I got how you try to bait us into situations that take us off course.
Right. You know, so y'all must have said a key word or hit a keynote or something that actually made that type of algorithm come in, you know.
Right.
To try to distort you.
Mm-hmm.
Sidetrack you and, you know, throw you off. Yep. Yeah, I like that. That cover you got on there for the panel.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what are you thinking about on that one? That's all right.
I try to change it up every day. I be like, let me do this. Okay, let me try this one. I just try to do it a little different every time, you know. Something that catch your eye, like, ooh, what's this one gonna be about? You never know.
And yeah, he said that cover dope. Yeah. Hopefully we won't have nobody trying to steal that, you know.
Right. Matter of fact, I went to that you know, that channel that, you know, is into stealing. They've been stealing my stuff probably since back early 2017. I'm like, gosh, damn. I mean, you been that much of a cheerleader for me that long?
Dang. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was something that just like recently might have been happening, you know, on a few occasions or whatever. Damn.
You're right. So I'm saying like January of 2017. That's some time to be stealing some shit.
Like, damn, 3 years of shit.
Right.
Damn. Motherfucker got a whole portfolio of bootleg.
Right. And that's essentially what it is. It's the digital age of bootleg. That's what that is.
Yeah, that mean he ain't holding nothing of no value then.
Huh.
This is all bootleg.
Right. 60 seconds of bootleg. 60 seconds of bootleg. Come on now. He can't even breathe my name on it because then people will that do go over there, they'll be like, well, it really came from here, so really you just a fake motherfucker.
I wonder how many people went on that channel and been like, hey, where Rick at?
Right. Because you hear me talking on that shit.
Hey, we thought this was a Rick channel. Damn.
Right. That's why I had to cut off their little feet fetish partner. Because if you associate with motherfucking thieves, how I look fucking with you? Fuck no.
Right. That's that bullshit. This if you know you're a thief and you know.
Right.
Shit. I can't rock with you and you rocking with him, man.
Right.
Hey, y'all be plotting on me then, hell.
Right. I was born at night, but not last night, dumb motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a he real goddamn crazy cover. I said, I wonder what Rick got thought about that. How he get that one come up with? How he come up with that one?
Yeah, I figure, you know, two sets like sisters. They look like twins, and one gentleman between the both of them. I figure that'd be something to put up.
Right. Seems like he'll be the one that's got the power, that's pulling the strings in the background, like y'all, you know.
Right. But that's the thing. You gotta have some confidence to do that.
Right. I can control both of these with one mind.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Now we just had Low talking. I mean, I know it's more than Low in here. Who else is up in here?
It's showing 5 in the chat on my end.
I mean, Low's been the main one responding, but who else is in here? Like I said, throw your number up. I hit your line. I hit it. I'll patch you in. We could take this to another perspective, or if it gets, you know, too quiet, then we could just go off. We've been on damn near 70 minutes, so, you know, I mean, this probably be one of the earliest ones we done wrapped up in a while, but, you know, if ain't nobody chiming in, then we'll call it a night.
Yeah, we can give him a few minutes if you want to, I mean, and see what he's going to do. I ain't doing nothing but chilling. He said something about Halloween, or you going to be on Halloween, or you going to be on Halloween, okay.
Hey, I'll probably be on Halloween. I'm trying to go on down there every day. Every day I'm trying to, you know, stay committed to that. You know, I mean, I know it's been probably a few times that I haven't been on.
Right.
But yeah.
That's the good thing about this channel, man. If I don't come on it, I can always catch the replay, or you know, and try to like it kind of turn into like a reality thing to me, where I can come in and be able to be like, damn, okay. It's almost like you really do got a channel set up, and you coming on at a certain time or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? Or you controlling your own system when you want to come on, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like you might have your favorite soap opera or game show or whatever you like to listen to or watch on TV or whatever, or your radio station or whatever. You know, you can come on here and maybe catch us, you know, at a certain time. You know, you catch Rick at 9:15 or 9:30, whenever he posted or whatever. And then I'm going to also have something going on my channel here real soon, like he was saying earlier before he patched me in.
Yeah.
I'm going to start adding content on that page. So, you know, hopefully I can get some viewership and stuff going on over there too. So
right.
It'll be up under it'll still be up under the Black Knight Williams, you know. I got that name from my mom, man. That's the only reason why I probably kept that name, because she called me that when I was younger.
Okay.
She used to call me the Black Knight because she said I used to run the streets at nighttime. Which that was true though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like a vampire. I come out at night and sleep all day and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So hustle all night and sleep all day. You know, I was on that type of schedule back then. So, you know, and she started calling me that. So it just stuck to me. So
Yeah,
shouts out to mom. You know.
most definitely.
So I took that name and I just said, well, I make something about it. Try to make something about it. So once I get my channel, you know, up and going, it'll still be under the Black Knight Williams.
Right.
You know. So yeah, and I appreciate Rick for, you know, telling y'all to, you know, come on over and check out some of the content and stuff I'm gonna be adding on there soon.
Right. How I look at it, you run a smorgasbord or a big buffet, and you like you
Right,
do thing about cars. You do
right,
have like your family come on, like how you had them come on here. Have them come on
right,
and y'all chop up about whatever, you know, about whatever time or whatever you got going on. Chop that up. Just see
right,
which one is gaining more views by which one you do, or like I said, you know, gardening or whatever, or you know,
right,
running your lawn service or and things like that, and see which
right,
one where they bite at more, you know.
right. It kind of give me it kind of helped me out and give me a peace of mind where I can you know, be able to cope with different situations and it keep me on a more positive ground and, you know, being rather than being around, you know, negativity and hearing negativity. The
Right.
more positive stuff you put inside you, the more information you put inside you, the better you feel about, you know, living your life, and you know, you begin to see things a whole lot different then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Make it seem like you're living for something that's worth more value than you just out here just running the streets and, you know, trying to catch a dollar, you know, and you get caught up sometime and then you lose a sense of yourself or your loved ones or your, you know, your spirituality, or, you know, you don't want to get away from, you know, from nature too far, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and social media in the time and age we're in, they can easily slip away from us. It'd be like you living in a cyber world or something, you know, or the Matrix or whatever they call it. You know?
Right.
So you want to stay physically grounded and well grounded to, you know what I'm saying, naturality, and, you know, pay attention to the birds and the bees and, you know what I mean, nature and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. You know, because everything is on one accord. You know what I'm saying? Everything is tuned in to nature, including us. But just like the animals, the rats and the roaches and the ants and the spiders, they already know their purpose in life, and they already know what their job is to do, and they ain't worried about what they, you know what I'm saying, gonna eat or wear or nothing like that. You know, they hooked up with nature. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got a sense of, you know, we the only species that's got, you know what I'm saying, the ability to be able to think and know and change things and make things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which is unique, you know. So bottom line, don't waste your life. Find your purpose and, you know, put it to good use.
Right.
You know.
You see Lowe's comment?
Let me turn my comment back on. He said this channel keeps you out of bush and in harm's way. Yep. And the Valley of Pharaoh said truth. Right. And that's what they really want us to do. They really try to keep us from connecting to the earth and connecting to nature, you know what I'm saying, and finding out our true selves. And, you know,
Right.
they trying to steal that, a part of that, well, steal that from us. But that is our peace, you know what I mean? And once they steal our peace from us, then, they pretty much got you in mind control then.
Right. They want us like that because they don't. If we go away from, you know, whatever they're offering, they can't profit off of us no more.
Right,
I want to see
right,
them in the red. I don't want to see their books in the black. I want all their businesses where it has something to do with, stealing our energy or our attention. I want all that to go in the red and crash down.
mm-hmm, yeah. They just want to find out a way to keep us in bondage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And keep us tied to their system. But once you break away from the system, or maybe you be in the system, but not be a part of the system, then you're able to maneuver around and get through the system. And you know all the little crooks and nooks and nannies, you know what I'm saying, crannies, you know how to deal with and go through this thing we call life.
Right.
But you get caught up in the system and you don't understand how it goes. Then that's how you get stuck and caught in that web. you know.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that fly getting inside, or that insect getting inside that spider web, you know. That
Right.
spider just sitting back chilling. He already know he got you caught up.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to wriggle your way out of this. He already sitting back chilling, waiting on him. I'm finna eat you in a minute. I'm just sitting. I'm just letting you just wind yourself off and more trouble. You know what I mean?
Right. And why is it like that? Because it was designed to be like that. The
Right.
spider designs the spider web for a certain reason. He knows when you pull on a little section of it, okay, they're over there on that corner over there to the right. I already know where they're at because I know how I designed this. It's gonna alert me.
Mm-hmm. And that web is so sensitive and well connected to that spider. So if you can even breathe on the wind even blowing, it gets that spider attention. And, you know, they can tell whether it's already it's in danger or not already before you even get up on it.
Right.
You know, so it's amazing when you start paying, you know, nature attention. You know, start figuring out, you know. You start figuring out little certain things about, you know, that you don't realize that a little bit of that might be in you. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, you see Lowe's comment again?
He said, you know what I noticed about YouTube, everybody got their main live group. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
No, did you see the one before that?
He said, will you be doing calls in? Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it'll be the same thing. You know, it'll be like a little spin off of Rico, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll be hopefully he'll be trying to help me connect in, and maybe we can set up a panel or something, man. We can bring many people that want to come in. You know what I mean?
Right.
And maybe we can do a two-way panel with Too Cool to Con and the Black Knight Williams channel, maybe some kind of collab thing. We might hook up together or something like or whatever, just like now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe just do like a live clip or something. You know what I mean? And let people know that, you know, we real and we actually got life to live and we got shit going on out here.
Right.
You know? And we ain't just no sucker duck ass niggas that's just on the channel just talking and shit. We actually got lives.
Mm-hmm.
We make time to come in and, you know what I'm saying, and chime in on different topics and give our opinion and, you know what I'm saying, get a chance to expand our mind and open up and, you know, be able to think outside the box and, you know, maybe hopefully be able to walk away with a good piece of information and something to, you know, relax your mind and think about when you get off the line or whatever.
Right. Matter of fact, Lo, you be talking good too. You might as well go ahead and keep expanding on your channel as well. I know you got some videos up on there too.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to your channel, Lo, I believe. I think I'm subscribed to your channel. You were either I think it's you though. You were either Cadillac J Just. I think Lo, you sent me something the other day. I want to say. I've been so busy for the past few days, so pardon me if I ain't caught up with it or nothing. But you know, I've been ripping and running. I've been trying to get this RV moved, and I had a couple more other things to handle. And shoot, now the rain to come in and call me. I've been trying to call myself doing a little work in the yard and doing some housework on top of the roof and stuff. So yeah, I've been kind of moving, man.
Yeah.
Every day I get up at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I try to make it my business to, before I lay down, to have something, you know, a goal accomplished, have something accomplished.
Right.
So I just want, I don't believe in just like, you know, sitting around just wasting the day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta feed my dogs and water my flowers, and you know, I'm constantly doing something every day. You know. My grandparents, man, they'll get us up. We'll get up in the morning time, have to go out in the garden and pick the field peas and the greens and prepare the food, and you know what I'm saying. Go out there and feed the chickens and you know, slaughter the hogs and all kind of shit, man. And I learned farming and all kind of stuff at an early age, you know, just by being around my grandparents and stuff. And that's on my mom's side, but now on my dad's side. My granddad on that side was an auto mechanic.
Okay.
So he taught us how to fix on cars and stuff, you know, those older model cars and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying. Then my uncle and them, they was all mechanics. My uncle, he owned his own car lot, so shoot, he kept us riding in the old car or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I learned how to drive when I was like right at about 12 or 13 years old. I was driving. I had my first car when I was like 14 or 15.
Huh.
But my little cousin, them, they're a few years younger than me. So when I was about 13, they was probably like 9 or 10 years old driving. Shit, they was already pulling transmissions and motors at 9 or 10 years old.
Mm.
And them jokers were bad, man.
Mm.
Know how to drive a stick or anything. My uncle used to tell me to go out there and crank that truck up and drive it down the street and check the mailbox and do that. I'm like, shit, how the hell they know how to drive? I don't know how to drive. Them of us getting about 9 years old out there and fire that motherfucker up and haul ass, run down the street, check the mailbox, go to the store, all kinds of shit.
Right.
Like that. And bring the car back.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now let me. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying he taught us at a young age.
Right.
You
So
know?
some stuff you're gonna need to know for life. You know,
Yeah.
not just no temporary. This is gonna carry you along within your life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's called life lessons.
Like I said, I remember it just used to be radio.
Yeah, like for the call-ins and stuff. But you figure now we're on the podcast. You know, you can call in on these podcasts, and I'll say it's more, you know, because on the radio you can't say certain things on the radio. But think about it right now, it's getting to where you really can't say stuff on the internet now without them trying to censor you. But essentially, it's more leeway on these
Right.
podcasts versus any kind of radio station.
Right. But the way it is right now, man, the way, you know, it say what you got to say anyway, because, you know what I'm saying, whether you get it out now and whether the time comes you won't be able to get it out, they try to muffle you too bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be living under the radar and be so scared to, I can't say nothing. Or they got, I'm gonna say they got to say and be willing to, you know, take the consequences behind it. It is what it is, you know.
Right.
After all, it's still freedom of speech. You know what I mean?
Right. Just maybe don't put nothing out there that, you know, may incriminate you in certain situations. I'll say that.
Right. Don't be no fool like this other fool did with that toe on everybody.
Right.
Said he was a real gator and this and that and all this and, you know, suck my this and that and your mama this and that and, you know, and now look at you in the world of trouble, see?
Mm-hmm.
You know? He said, Rick, did that Gemini movie come out yet? Lowe said.
I don't think it came out yet. Matter of fact, I'm about to let me look and see what dates that's showing that should be out.
Is that about Giovanni guy you talking about? Dario Giovanni, that's who that movie is?
The Gemini Man?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Gemini Man's that Will Smith movie where it's like they make a Will Smith's like 50 and it's supposed to be 50 in the movie. They make a clone that's 25 years younger than him and he's trying to assassinate him.
Oh no, I ain't. Oh, okay, it's my first time. I ain't checked the previews and none of that.
Yeah.
I'm sleep on that, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. He said everybody tried to tell dude before it happened. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to check the clips out on that. I know I had seen something about Will Smith the other day, but I didn't look into it, so it may be I might have missed it. Yeah, I'm sleep on that. Like I do my research on that.
Yeah.
Will Smith, no man, he pretty much do some pretty good moves that tell a pretty good, you know, story and stuff, you know.
Okay, it's gonna be in theaters October 11th, so it's coming pretty soon.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. And that's the name of it, Gemini?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the link to it so you could
Okay.
so you
Okay,
have
yeah,
it.
I'll check it out.
Find it right
It
now.
might be a series or something else. And it kind of the way you describing it sound like to me, it might be kind of like Enemy of the State a little bit or something. Kind of like a you know, spin on that or a part of that or something.
It's just like it's weird because it's like it's his 25. It's him at 25. So just imagine, you know, your 25-year-old self trying to go to war with you now, but you know everything that you knew back then. So they can't essentially kill you because you're one step ahead of of your 25-year-old self.
Right. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Hmm. That'd be a pretty one. Be a pretty good interesting movie to look at.
Right. Matter of fact, I just sent it to you. So
Yeah, I just got it. I just got it. Yeah, I get a chance to pull it up when I get off and I check it out.
yeah. But I guess since it done slowed down, we at 86 minutes. I let it go to, let's say I let it go to 90. Let it go to 90. Nobody else have anything to add. We'll, jump up out of here. Go. Matter of fact, go check out the previews when y'all get off. Check out if you ain't already for the Gemini Man. I
Right.
would recommend going to see that. That is a lot because I see movies not for what they're trying to say topical. I want to see what they're saying that people are
Subliminal.
overlooking. Yeah, subliminal.
Subliminally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for those. Look, I like. You know what I like looking for? Numbers. I like looking for numbers, and I like looking for what I'm saying, pentagrams and all kind of sixes in the subliminal messages in the back images, and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
shit that they be the little sexual pictures or what kind of brand or bill they trying to advertise or the motive or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they do a lot of that product placement. You be like, oh,
Right.
they're promoting this beer like in what's it, Equalizer? They were promoting some of them Sony phones. I'm like, look at this. They're just blatantly showing these phones like people don't
Right.
know. They ain't trying to promote something.
hmm So when and then you just think about the movie itself. I like to watch the movie because I always can walk away with a piece of information that they was trying to hide or a story that they was trying to tell that may have been flipped and they might have been like, okay, it might have had some truth to it. What part did they take out and add the falsehood in, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Try to put two and two together and think outside of the box. So, and a lot of time I try to stereotype and I try to distinguish, okay, now what group of people are they talking about when they why they portraying this actor, and I try to look at the character or the person that's, you know what I'm saying, because that stuff get real deep when you start, really looking at the actors and the characters and the roles that they take and the moves that they play in. It all ties into something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Once you start doing your research, and then, like they say, when you start going down that rabbit hole, it's a never-ending game. It's a never-ending research game. You forever be catching yourself doing research and finding out stuff that you never did know.
Right.
So,
Now,
and like
Lo said, what's some good old movies? I know I got some recommendations, but let's hear yours, Will.
man, I got some, but to be honest with you, I have to go in there and I probably got like 1,000 damn DVDs, and I can probably go in there and look at a few of them, and you know what I'm saying. Say, off the top of my head right now, shoot, I couldn't really tell you nothing unless Um, now I say I like the Knowing with Nicolas Cage. If you ever get a chance to check that movie out. It's called The Knowing.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage playing in it. You know what I'm saying? It's about this little, I think, 9-year-old kid or something, man. And they discover a key. You know what I'm saying? They discover the code. They break the code. They put it in the kid created a code, and essentially it's talking about all the major events that ever took place in history. It's like this little kid, you know what I'm saying, wrote these codes down, and they put in the 50-year time capsule, and they went back to the capsule like 50 years later and uncovered it, you know what I'm saying, and tried to they found a lot of like kids pictures and stuff that kids left and put in the capsule, but this one kid in particular had just nothing but numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers on a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? So Nicolas Cage was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he started figuring out what was going on, he was able to tie into, like, they had all the major events, including the 9/11 event on there. All these, that's my real historical events on the movie. That was on this code, that was on this paper. What he was trying to do was prevent the next event from happening. You know what I'm saying? Once he started figuring the code out.
Yeah.
Man, that's a fucking badass movie, man.
Well, that's one to look up now. The one with Richard Pryor and when he was in the factory, that one's called Blue Collar. I definitely recommend getting or watching Blue Collar. It's a lot of
Blue
hidden.
collar,
Yeah, there's a lot of
which
hidden.
way up?
Yeah, which way is up? Matter of fact, I think I said it before. It got Billy D. Williams in it. It's called Hit. That's
Yeah,
about Billy D. Williams being a CIA agent and
right,
essentially he kills everybody that was a drug dealer. When I said drug dealer, like the heads, not the little street workers. He kills the
right,
heads.
right. Now you want another one I like is it's called a heist. And it's got with Gene Hackman in it,
Okay.
and then and it's got Edward Norton in it. I think that's another good one. I was trying to think of a few more on the top of my head, but I got so many movies in there, man. I can go in there and probably screenshot this or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing throwing up the screenshots. That's what I probably do. Where I post the affirmations at, I'll put up
Yeah,
some movie recommendations. A matter of
yeah,
fact, if you go way, way back, I did like it's one with Fred Williamson called Boss Nigger. They call it Boss Nigger, but they just
yeah,
changed it to the Boss. But that's
right,
the it's a like it's a western, but it shows like how back in the day they go into this old white town and he becomes like the sheriff and he's like a black sheriff running this white town. We can't be having that, but they was having it
right,
going on like that. You know.
right,
Another one, Tick 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 with Jim Brown. He becomes a
right.
sheriff back in like I want to say in the early '60s, mid '60s. That's a good one. Bingo Long and the Traveling All Stars that got Richard Pryor, Billy D. Williams, and James Earl Jones in it. They're like a all star black baseball team back in the day.
Okay, then, yeah. Sure. Um, I'm trying to think of this other one. A couple of more I can think of. Shit, I can go on and on with movies.
Hmm.
Scary movies, I kind of watch them a little bit too, but they got to be real good for me to watch them. They got to be like, gotta have a lot of action in them.
Right. Another one I like, and I mean, I think I did a live about it was but that's just me. Is Eyes Wide Shut because every time I watch it, I see different things within it.
I told you about the other one too, Blue Hill Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, check that one out too, Blue Hill Avenue. Yeah, and the Eyes Wide Shut. That dude Stanley Kubrick, the one that wrote that, I was trying to tell you about him. Do that research on him, and he was talking about the Hollywood star whackers,
Okay.
and then he got killed before he died. He was talking about how they was trying to kill him, how they was after him, and the people just brushed it off like he was just talking and he was just crazy, but he wasn't. He ended up getting killed for real.
Yeah,
But
because if you watch this movie, The Shining,
yeah,
essentially he showed that he reveals how them going
right,
to the moon was fake.
right. They killed him because of what he knew and what he was trying to put out there. And in that movie, Eyes Wide Shut, they tried to make him take a certain part of the movie off once he showed it, once they made Hollywood theaters, and he wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna sell it, but he was like, "No, I ain't letting y'all edit nothing out of my movie." You know what I mean? Because he had supposedly had put so much truth inside something. He had exposed something. You know what I mean? That they was out. They wanted him to edit it out.
Yeah.
So when he refused to do it, he came over dead, and then eventually, they took over what I'm saying, the movie or whatever, and they ended up taking that certain part of the movie out.
Huh.
So that's a really big main movie that people need to do research on and go back and watch some of his clips of what he was trying to say. It's still on you. You can pull it up on YouTube. So I ain't in no kind of violation by saying it because it's on YouTube.
Right.
Just type his name up and just go to. So you can just type up Hollywood Star Records and put his name in. You'll find it right there.
Huh.
So it's kind of interesting. You know what I mean? Because the stuff that people think about, it ain't true, or people it's just conspiracy or whatever. I mean, you never know. You still gotta keep an open mind in case. You know what I mean?
Right. Another one, a good one is They Live. That's another good movie to watch.
Yeah, that was a banger there.
Hmm.
You know.
Because like once they get them glasses on, they're really seeing how the world really is. What they're what they're walking around just thinking, oh no, this is like this. No, it's because they're operating on a different frequency than everybody that can actually see without those glasses.
And that's just like with what I want to say with I want to say Dick Gregory was saying that too about the invisible glasses. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They they try to put things in our face. You know what I'm saying? And perceive us and have us put on. You know what I'm saying? Portray a different take from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outcome from it. They can put the truth in your face and then turn around and try to give you a lie at the same time and make you believe a lie. You know?
Right.
Like they got that dude that killed all them people over there, and I think that was that California that time that he did that and got killed. They sold the people killing him, and then they turn around and say he killed himself.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was one of them big massacres, one of them big mass shootings that happened a few years back.
Mm.
But the guy supposed to have where he say he killed himself, but they showed it on live TV that he killed. They asked the police actually killed.
Mm.
That's what Cat Williams was talking about, you know what I'm saying? He was like, they showed you the motherfucker live TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that was in Florida, wherever that was at, where the dude was hiding on the back of the truck, and the helicopter caught him and stole the spotlight on him and all that shit.
Mm.
But yeah, so a lot of that stuff they put right in our face, you know, at the same time.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, even if y'all gotta run this live back, you know, once it is replayed, like I didn't catch that movie. Run it back, and you'll get to catch the titles that we threw up there to for you to watch.
Right. He said, I think Power and Snowfall are the #1 TV shows out. Did y'all see that new Dave Chappelle comedy? No, I seen some clips of it, but I didn't see the full comedy.
Yeah.
I checked out Power a little bit. I ain't never seen Snowfall. I have to check it out, but I really ain't into those TV networks like that too much, those shows and stuff. But I guess they could be pretty good. Some of them can be.
Yeah.
But I have to watch for me to get into it. I have to get the whole complete series of episodes of, you know what I'm saying, whatever they got.
Right.
For me to watch, you know.
Just like I picked up recently the whole series of Oz that used to come on in the 90s. But
yeah,
I haven't watched it, but you know, I remember watching it back then and it was good.
Yeah. I liked that too, and I liked it Smallville.
Okay.
That was pretty good back in the days. I haven't seen it in a while.
Hmm.
I got a couple of Red Fox compilation series, Richard Pryor series. I got a lot of little stuff like that that's, you know, on DVD and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of like the comedy albums. I got a lot of Richard Pryor's comedy albums along with Red Fox's comedy albums. That's why I'll say it like this. Some people have favorite rappers that talk about, you know, the P lifestyle, A Gentleman of Leisure. But if you listen to Red Fox's comedy albums, you could tell where this rapper got damn near all what he's rapping about from his album. So how real are you if you done essentially stole Red Fox's act and you put it to your music? To me, that's still faking.
Yeah. Especially if you ain't paying homage.
Right.
You ain't telling where you really got it from, you know what I'm saying? You ain't paying that person the respect or his homage. You just basically, you know, biting off of, you know. All he said, Oz the shit in the corner.
Yeah, a lot of people like The Wire. I'll say this, The Wire, to me, when I watched it was too slow, so I can get into it. But I guess they say so many you know, series in, it starts to get good. But when I watched it, I couldn't really get into it. It was moving too slow.
Right. I watched a lot of crime stuff, you know, Forensic Files, and you know, I like to get up into a lot of stuff like that, you know. I detectives, and you know, You know, I kind of, you know, watch a little stuff like that from time to time.
Hmm.
You know, the stuff that people go through, and you know, and try to fucking break the law and try to get away with it, and still end up getting caught and all kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers people got away for 30 and 40 years and be on their deathbed. Motherfuckers still come back and get their ass. Like, damn,
Right.
shit don't go away, goddamn.
Huh. We're making a special exception for you, buddy.
Right. Just think about some shit you did, goddamn, 30 years ago, goddamn, and now they just your DNA just fucking match the system or some shit that you done did 45 years ago. They done found the damn bullet in the old logged in the old damn tree or
Right.
some shit, and they linked that motherfucker with a piece of damn hair or a fiber piece of damn anything, and link it back to you. Like, man, be some amazing ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, about track them up. They can catch a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah, they really want you. But then they got the people like we speaking on the other night ago. Done said that they lied about Emmett Till's situation. They still
Yeah,
at home and free. Come on now.
right, right. And they should be held accountable. They should be. I feel like when people do that, and the motherfucker that's still living, they should go do that same amount of time that person done.
Right.
You put me in this situation, you got me in jail, and I sat here and did all this time, and now I had to go through this innocent project or whatever it is to help me get out of whatever, and find me not guilty, and dying. You sitting at home with no kind of penalization or nothing. Nothing happens to you. No perjury account or nothing. You know,
Hmm.
that's some bullshit. It's like you ought to be able to go to jail for, if you cause a person to lose half their life in jail, it's like you ought to lose the rest of your life in jail.
Right.
You know, however many years that person did, that's how many years they should do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and if the police officers go out there and kill somebody and unlawfully kill somebody, they ought to be able to get twice as much as time. The people look up to them to hold the law in their hands. You know what I mean?
Right.
But instead they get off. They should be held to the damn fire, you know, twice as much,
Right.
you know. Because they are officer of the bad. They supposed to carry that bag with armor and protect and serve, you know what I mean? But they,
Mm-hmm.
you know how that go.
Yeah, that's true.
He said, oh yeah, they coming out with a new Dolomite movie. I just hope that they don't chop and screw it up too much, you know. Sir Lord Chief said that would be too much like Justice.
Right.
He said, Lowe said with Mike Epps, I think.
Yeah, that's an Eddie Murphy movie. I want to say it should be out either later this, if it ain't out already. I know they was talking about showing clips about that movie.
Yeah.
I want to say it's on Netflix or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Dave Chappelle is right on target with everything that he talked about. You know, I know we on something else now, but I'm just thinking back about him now because he, you know, just did that comedy thing. You know, he said a lot of shit to make you laugh, but he said a lot of shit to make you think, and he told the truth and all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether people liked it or disagreed with it or not, it was the truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
He just got his own special way of telling it to make it sound funny. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I like about him, and I like about Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers can make you think about some shit. You know what I'm saying? It be true, but it be funny at the same time. You know?
Right.
So, you know, I like Mike Epps too. You know, he funny as shit too, though.
Hey, Sir Lloyd Choice Keith, you want to come in or are you just kick back listening? You had it. I don't had a lot of people reach out to me like, man, Sir Lloyd was speaking some truth on there when he was on there with y'all. I mean, yeah, we was for real deal powwowing that night.
Right. He said, man, they did that fast. He raised the motherfucking bar for these suckers like Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Right.
And then Lowe said it's only on Netflix, I heard. Yeah. So he said, Sir Lord Choice said he's driving, fam.
Oh, okay.
Lowe said, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, man, it just tests your genuality when you out there in that comedy world, you know what I'm saying? Because people want to limit you and, you know what I'm saying, be able to control you and tell you what you can and what you can't say. You know, it take a person with, you know, more pride to tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and Richard Pryor was one of the ones that fucking did it great. He did a great job of that too. You know what I mean? He put it out there too. You know, so it's hard to you can dislike the truth, you can dislike what he did or whatever, but you can't refute it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't refute it in no kind of way. You know, you can be snobby about it, or you know, toot your nose up, or you know how they do, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't refute what he said though, because everything he said, he was like hitting that shit nail head on. You know.
But let me add this to the conversation and to the equation so people know. When Richard Pryor came out with JoJo Dancer, that movie was supposed to be a jump off of him doing like a series of movies. I want to say he did so many after that, you know, Moving and a couple other ones, but you know, when he started, because he had essentially started like a movie company around that time. It was around like maybe 85, 86. And he was partnership with Jim Brown. And
Right.
essentially Jim Brown wanted to do, you know, different kind of movies. But essentially, you know how Jim Brown was at that time, they was figuring, you know, he's too black. So essentially
Right.
they got Richard Pryor to, you know, essentially fired Jim Brown from, you know, being, you know, connected with it and things like that.
Right.
So to me, that was a weak move on Richard Pryor's, you know, on his aspect of doing that. It's like if y'all both connected to make this happen, but now you want to kick him out because they're in your ear about, oh well, he's too black, or he wants to do these type of moves. That ain't right. You know, matter of fact, you could. I mean, I'm not just saying this and pulling out my ass. Spike Lee came with a DVD. It's called Jim Brown All American. I advise you to go get that or see if it's, you know, even live on YouTube to watch that, because you know he speaks on that situation.
Right. I have to go check that out. Yeah. We have to go check it out. But you think though, you know, it ain't far to say that it ain't true though, because you know that's the way it is. You know, in the way it still is now in the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that comedy game, they say they only want one at a time. You know, one of us at a time to go in the door. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's how I see Kevin Hart. He's like commercial. Like he can get all kind of sponsors and things like that, but Cat Williams ain't gonna get that because they know he's telling the real that they don't want to reveal. So if you telling the real that they don't want to reveal, you ain't gonna get no light. Versus if you shuck and jive and do everything that they like, then you're gonna get all the bones and, or I won't even say the bones. They'll throw you steaks and all that and throw you love, but you gotta keep maintaining that. You know.
Right. You gotta keep playing ball with them and doing whatever they puppet you to do and tell you to do.
Right.
And that's why I applaud, you know, Monique so much. You know what I mean? Because she was another funny one. You know what I mean? And they so-called blackball her. You know what I mean? A whiteball her, whatever she said. But,
right.
You know,
and then you could tell all the Uncle Toms that didn't like what she was saying came out the woodwork. Well, you got to do this. I mean, no, I don't got to do this. Right. Just because you're doing it doesn't mean I got to do it.
And then she putting them on blast. You telling me, okay, over the phone or in conversation that it's all good, that I got your back, or I understand, I feel you, sister, and I'm here for you when you need me. But then you turn around there and, oh, she hard to work with. You know what I mean? You tell boss man, oh, she hard to work with, but you ain't tell her that though.
Right.
You telling her something totally different though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so she aired that out. Like you told me one thing, you know what I'm saying? Now you went behind my back and did something else for master. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she bust that out. You know, and I applaud her for keeping her, you know, genuine and standing for what she stands for, you know. You know, you might not agree with everything that she can say or do or whatever, but overall, I get what she's trying to stand for.
Right.
You know, and I understand. I know that the main fucking people that controlling it don't want her to be a part of it because of why, you know. So he said they tried to say Richard Pryor was sleeping with Paul Moon. Lowe said that. Yeah, I seen that old so-called bodyguard Buffalo trying to say that or whatever.
Yeah,
I
like
don't.
why now? Why? Because you got a book
Yeah,
now? I mean, come on
right.
now. I mean, if did I mean, he won. Okay, Paul Mooney, he has dementia, and Richard Pryor ain't even here. So I mean, come on, man.
Right. And then if it was true, why would you try to throw that man under the bus at a time like this right now, like you said? You know what I mean? Just thinking about, you know what I'm saying, all these other scenarios with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, why you still trying to throw a brother under the bus?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put somebody else up under the bus that ain't, you know, somebody else that, you know, are you trying to make a name for yourself before you you know what I'm saying, kick the bucket or whatever, you know,
Right.
try to get your coins or whatever, you know.
Right. Oh, this is the last way I can feed my kids. No, man, that ain't right.
And then the thing about it is, don't be so quick to tell the story now. You weren't so quick to tell it when it was happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you knew about that shit then, you should have said something about that shit then. Don't wait now here.
Right.
I mean,
That means you was complicit in it. So that makes it even worse.
Exactly. They ought to put his ass in jail for even saying some shit like that.
Hmm.
You know. That's bullshit, man. That's again another brother, you know, trying to turn on another brother for mass, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If he did do it, then I mean, you know, then the man's son out here, he ain't saying shit about that. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
So obviously he didn't want. If it was true, he didn't want his business put out there like that.
Right.
You know, he didn't even want to respond to or talk about that shit. You know what I mean? And I respect the man. You know, how you gonna just come out and say some shit like that and I'm still living? You know what I mean? About my dad or whatever he had going on.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I don't respect him for that. Lowe said, y'all ever seen that documentary on Hollywood with all that secret stuff going on? Yeah. I'm watching one earlier. I'm watching this now. It's called Hollywoodism. He's talking about all these different movies and all these different sets and about how the Jews created Hollywood and how they eventually took over and how they run Hollywood, how they created it, you know, through the bloodline and through different stuff. And yeah, I can go head on with that Hollywood stuff all the way back to the beginning of what is really used for, you know, which is Hollywood, which is source of witchcraft or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, the Hollywood is the tree that you know what I'm saying, the wood of the stick come off of. They use the wand for you know what I'm saying, to hypnotize the people with and cast spells on through the play. I can get deep with that thing, man, but you know, that's a whole nother setup.
Hmm. Now, Sir Lloyd said, respect the dead, most definitely, you know?
Right, you know. Like Michael Jackson and all, you know.
Yeah, resurrecting all that stuff. Think about it like this. They say, oh, well, this, that Finding Neverland or whatever that documentary came out about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's no longer here. Why is this coming out? If the FBI and any of these alphabet agencies didn't get Michael Jackson, he wasn't convicted of anything, I don't want to hear about all this other stuff. It's just for entertainment or to sway people's ideas. Just like I said, just think about it like this. Just like that Russian that's on YouTube that be interviewing brothers and sisters. Look at when you click the part to see the details of what this video consists of. See if it says entertainment. That means it's not to be believed. It don't mean that this person is revealing truth in it. It means it's entertainment purposes. So you can't think of, oh, well, what do you think about Tupac? What about this about Tupac? That man's gone. Why you keep resurrecting his name to get you to pay your bills? Come on, man. Cut that out.
And then you know, they put that stigma on us, and they won't let the black people, you know, rest in peace. But you got motherfuckers like Elvis Presley and all these other motherfuckers, Hugh Hefner and shit like that. You don't want to say nothing about them.
Right.
You know what I mean? They was fucking going all these teenage boys and 7, 8-year-old girls and God knows how much, you know what I mean? And they got away with that, see. They became the king of pop and rock and roll and all this other shit.
Right. Matter of fact, any person that's a brother that's praising anybody like that or any of this Roman ideology, don't trust them. That's automatically a flag to show that they ain't really for your people. If they really can't not so much recite, but if they really don't know anything about, what brothers is actually contributed, and they're basically shoveling
Right.
all this Roman or Greek type of ideology down your throat, and they're
Right.
melting like us, no, I
Right.
ain't buying what they selling.
Right. And those said they say they got secret clubs and you gotta know a certain code to get in. Yeah. Yeah. When they talk about all the stuff that you got to do, man, the sacrifices you got to make and the casting couch and all that, they all talk about that. Ain't no secret, you know what I'm saying? It's either you play ball or like they say, you choose which door you want to go in when you get there.
Right.
Not all of them make that choice, you know what I'm saying? But for the majority of them, they make certain choices and they put themselves in situations that, hey, once you go into the door, now, hey, you're gonna start seeing some stuff that you ain't gonna be able to turn back on. Now.
Right. So is this the real route that you want to go?
Mm-hmm. Now we'll still let you be a part of, Hollywood or whatever. You can still make your little small, but when you get in this $20 billion, this $1 billion club and these $50 million clubs and stuff like that, the whole image of the money game started changing. Then you started seeing what's really going on. Then you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you start, opening certain doors, the Pandora's box, when you go in there, sometimes death might be the only way out.
Right.
So, be careful with that. Everybody, they talk, and you go back and look at the documentaries that these stars and athletes and stuff be talking about, man, they be essentially telling you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just can't come out blatantly and say it. They got to say it in code.
Right.
Now, some of that stuff, man, you don't want to get caught up in thinking about it's all celebrity and fascism and, no, it's this real agendas. This shit going on. This shit causing the fucking world to spin, man.
Right.
This shit got to do with people getting killed, locked up, all kind of shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just TV shit for real. They give it to you like it is, but it's this real life.
Right. It's affecting all walks of life, not just one in this little vast area that you're looking in. It's everywhere you're looking at.
Right. And Sir Lloyd Troy said there's all kind of secret societies and shit. And Sir Lloyd Troy came back and said the game used to be the one. And he said, but I got infiltrated. You did? Yeah. Yeah, man, it's all kind of it's stuff that you really got to do, man, in order to get up those ranks. You know what I'm saying? People really step on people's toes and make sacrifices and do shit to try to get certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because they got factions like that in the military. They got it down to the regular school teacher. I don't know some school teachers that they got all the masters and everything in the world, but since they have a certain fraternity or a certain society reigning over, these certain schools, if you're not with that, you're not going to get certain job promotions because all those reside in this one particular area, just like certain sections of the military. If you're not with a certain faction, your ranking can only go so high.
Right. It started out when you were in school and you joined these club scouts and all these clubs and these sororities and stuff like that. When you started getting into them fraternities and stuff like that,
right?
Them all branches of major societies, major secret societies.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got all these, alphas and all these others, secret fraternities, running around through these college campuses and stuff, but only a few people know about what's really going on, what's going on with that.
Right.
So you might have a lot of them that's in the fraternity, but they don't really know, why they in there or what's going on in there. You know what I'm saying? But you got some that's destined to be taught, you know what I'm saying, and learn and know what it's all about and know how to move up the ladder.
Right.
And that's the secret about it. They know that everybody ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? But they always try to prepare you and get your mind and get you ready for it and, pick out the ones, the wheat from the chaff. And
Right.
the ones they can use, you know what I'm saying, they'll pick them out. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
And like I said, that's essentially what happened to me. Is like, okay, they came to me like, yeah, we can make you big and have, you have everything flowing like you want. You just got to take these orders from us every now and again. I'm like, I don't take orders.
Right.
So if that answers your question, oh well. But I don't need it like that to disseminate my message. You know.
Like Melissa Ford said, you know, they literally got to do a lot of things to get them there. They got to literally like sign their name in blood. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And go watch those interviews and watch those documentaries and stuff when they talking about, you know, that kind of stuff. He said, y'all hip to Vlad TV on YouTube.
That's the Russian I'm talking about. I don't want to say their name, but that's the particular Russian I'm speaking about.
Yeah, I just don't like the kind of. I don't really, I don't really like his content. The way he, I guess the way he questions, the way he worded his questions or whatever. It's like, damn, I'm talking to the goddamn FBI for shit.
Right.
Come on, man. You asking me some personal shit, like, you shouldn't even be asking me this. You know what I mean? That
Right.
was an interview. You know what I mean?
Right. But see, that's how I know, like, when I conduct my interviews, I know we brothers, whoever I'm interviewing is usually a brother or, they got pigmentation like me. I ain't going to ask them no kind of, okay, yeah, you went to prison, so what was it like? I mean, we all kind of know what kind of goes down in there. Why do we need to restate this in a interview? It's useless. Right. You're just doing that to try to, irritate somebody. It's like they play that role because they're Russian. They don't got pigmentation. So like, well, people want to know that. No, people actually don't want to know that. You want to know that to try to throw somebody under the bus and see how they move once you ask them type of questions.
Right. Hey, so Troy says he just touched down. He can chime in for a minute before we shut down if he want to.
Okay.
Lowe said okay in his comment section. People be clowning him.
Oh yeah, they be all up through them comments. I be seeing that. Let me dang, where's the damn it. Okay, let me patch you in, Choice. Hold up. What up, Choice?
What up?
What's going on?
What up?
Man, cooling, man.
Huh.
What's going on with you?
Man, just cooling, man.
Tell you, man. Glad you chimed in, man.
What you want to?
Yeah, man. I was at the plantation, man, trying to get that bag up, man.
Yeah.
I can't chime in until I get to the crino. You dig?
Yeah. Makes sense.
But what you think about the conversation?
Well, man, like I said, man, you gotta respect the dead, man. And folks, to me, man, folks be giving these celebrities way too much juice.
Right.
They just like they regular people, man. And if they ain't about nothing, they don't stand for nothing. They just need to be ignored.
Right.
That's how I look at it. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. But people, they want to live vicariously through other people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these melanated people, most of them just puppets.
Right.
They just certain selected folks that been told that they gonna give a bag to make it look like we all doing better, we all doing good.
Right.
And that's nonsense. But if you don't know no better, you'll fall for anything, man.
Mm-hmm.
You'll fall for anything.
Kind of like they give us the Jay-Z's and the Meek Mills, and they expect for them to be our spokesperson. You know what I mean? Entertainers and actors to speak for our environment and what's going on with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They They don't understand what we're going through. They ain't out here with us. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Cause I know y'all don't ran into it either on a job site or either just out in the world. You know, you have a melaninless person come up to you like, "Hey, did you hear what Jay-Z said?" I'm like, I don't care what he say. He don't speak for me.
Right.
Like,
Right.
man, like I speak
Right.
for me. Shit.
Right. You know,
Oh man, these cats be idolizing the wrong folks, man. You know, I say all the time, you know, I be posting stats, man. It ain't what you got, it's how you got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
and it's how you going and it's really take what you gonna do to keep what you got in order to attain more. You know, just because you got it now don't mean you're gonna have it later.
Right.
Because you can always lose it at any given time if you ain't going about it the right way.
Very true, but it's like a whole lot of non-melanated folks that have to get theirs out the mud. You know what I mean? From the bottom to the top. So if you a non-melanated person and you got this and got that, you only say your whole family got bread. Well, I'm gonna respect you. You ain't nobody.
Right.
You ain't had nothing. You ain't went through nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it, man. That's what I mean when I say that. You know what I mean? Like,
you right.
But I look at it like this. Think about it like this. You know, a lot of them we see, like, you know, they've been having money for eons and stuff. But let them actually really lose their money. What's the first thing that happens? They get a gun, blow their head off, or jump off the building or whatever.
Right.
Suicidal, mass shooting.
Right.
You let their lights get cut off, or they lose their house, or their mortgage can't get paid, or their wife they have a divorce or something. And you see the kind the ill effect don't want they go shoot everybody up, including the dog. You know, look at the mentality of them, the ones that got money and living on double incomes and living on triple incomes. They can't handle nothing. They can't. That's why they you know what I'm saying. They destructing kill themselves because they can't fathom. You know what I'm saying. The point of being without. You know what I'm saying. They so used to having. They're like going through a nervous breakdown or whatever, lose their mind.
Right.
You know, they can't take it. You know, you let one of them billionaires, one of them multi-millionaires, whatever, a wife or husband, somebody they want to file a divorce or whatever, and see what happens. You know, see how fast one on come up missing or something. You know.
See, I be having this outlook though. This would be kind of messing me up about celebrities. Like, okay, let's say you came from nothing, right? If you got it in the rap game, okay. If you happen to, you know what I mean, just playing ball and you came for the projects, okay. But why it seems like once you really get money, get to start having money, they change. And especially with a lot of these rappers and folks like that, you can even hear it in their music.
You want to know
why?
I
don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like
you want to know why they changed? They changed because
I don't know why.
They changed because they signed them contracts that allow them to only be able to do so much. See, in them contracts, they get control, but you ain't able to reach back and donate, give back to your people the way you want to give back to them. You got to give it back to them through a donation or through a tax write-off or through this or through that. You ain't able to help nobody for real in your family or nothing. They want you to move away and, you know what I'm saying, eventually separate yourself from who you really are. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to pull nobody else up with you. They don't pull you up by yourself and want you to be in that lane or, you know what I'm saying? So people can look at you and say, okay, he made a lot of nothing. He got something, so it's easy for me to make it if he made it. And it ain't like that.
Right.
See, people sign them contracts, man, and they give them money, and at the same time, they put them up under a gag order. It's the gag. Look up under the gag order and do your research on that. And see, they still up under that gag order where they can only speak on different topics and different issues and stuff. And they can't really put too much focus on black people. And that's why they don't get nowhere with us in certain situations, like the reparations and all that stuff. That's why we don't really get too much from them, because they take all the focus off of it because they up under that gag order. And that gag order, the rules say you can't do anything or you can't say nothing pertaining to try to uplift your own people. You know
I look at it as like they're like, I done said it before, like they're glorified zoo animal. And when I say that, it's like They're in a terrarium. They got everything that they may want in that terrarium, but they can't escape out of that glass house.
Exactly. That's right. They in a zoo, just like you said, Reek. They in a false habitation. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know, I wanna agree with the masses, but then I look at, you know, certain folks that's contrary to belief, like David Banner. You know what I mean? Like everything he's about, he's still standing on what he believes in. You know, he had a hit and he got money.
Right.
You
But
know?
you figure he's probably capstone at a certain level. Like, okay, you could be at this level. You haven't crossed the door to go over to this other level, though. You know what I'm saying? They need people like that still, because then that reinforces for them, like, okay, well, these other ones are doing better because he picked this route. No, it's because he didn't want to cross over, and knowing, oh, I want to reach back, it might be some ill that falls before him. Matter of fact, think about it like this. They done put it out there. It's a documentary. I gotta find what it is, but do analyze the cover of Tupac's Machiavelli thing, and it showed, you know, all the different places, you know, he had situations and things, and essentially was on a cross. That wasn't meant for saying, oh, he's being crucified, being in these different states. They're saying any other rapper or any other artist think that they're gonna do what he did, you'll be crucified just like him.
Exactly. See, and that was a statement within a statement within a statement within a statement. When you really...
Oh man, speaking of rappers, man, I got a time here. Go ahead, though, finish. I ain't gonna lose this thought.
No, go ahead with Speed Rap. Why you got it?
Man, what y'all think about that 6ix9ine cat, man?
What you call him, Williams?
Snitch 9.
Yeah.
Tekashi Snitch 9. That motherfucker snitched on 9 motherfuckers. Yeah, that's some craziness, man.
Before he got out, though, he was the hardest thing out here, though. I seen him on one interview. I'm looking like, hey, real dude.
Did you see that? Go back now, because I watched the Breakfast Club today. But it was a recap from when he was on there. Well, yesterday, I mean, but it was a recap from when he was on there like a year or two ago. And Charlamagne the God was trying to was telling him something. He was asking him, do you think that you would be around in the year 2020? Would you be around still rapping the way you think you would be at? You know what I'm saying? Go back and look at that clip, man. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even 2020.
Man, I ain't even got to look at him, man. I was telling my guy, and he was talking about it. I was like, man, if when I was out here, if I would have seen a cat like that, man, with rainbow dreads, jacking hard as he was, man, we would have just got leaked. Like, man, you ain't about that life. Stop playing.
Right.
Like, you would have got slid on.
Right.
I couldn't even, you couldn't even be in my circle, man.
That motherfucker look like Rainbow Bright to me, goddamn, all them goddamn colors.
But you know what? Think about it like this. That was their golden goose. Think about it like this. They was using him just as much as he was using them for clout. They were using him like, well, we getting paid off this little dude, so it's good. But in actuality, it turned out not to be good to have that type of cat within their confines.
Right. Now, Low came in and said true, and then Valley of the Pharaohs came in and said, y'all speaking tonight. Yes, sir. What's going on? Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, though, man, I ain't never been to chase another nigga, probably dick ride another nigga, man. I get my own bag, you dig?
Right.
Get a bid, you know what I'm saying? If I can't get the plug, I'm going to get it out the mud. That's it.
Right.
You know, but, hey, them cats, I guess that they was leaking that bad. They had to go fuck with Fruity Booty. I call it like I see it, man. I done heard some of his rhymes. His rhymes and his demeanor didn't even add up, man.
Right.
Didn't even add up. Not to me at all, man.
Right. I agree with you.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to throw another one out there, though. I know y'all, you just talking about the Breakfast Club. What you think about Mr. Ballhead Malik Overman?
Oh,
what
shoot.
That dude?
Wow.
Y'all already discussed that, man.
No, we ain't discussed that.
Then then he tried to clean the shit up and somebody he a heterosexual man. You can't say that now.
Right.
But you can get the cat the bag now. He gonna try to go back on it like you ain't doing it. Come on, man. I seen that interview. It kind of like made me sick. I don't even want to watch all of it. I was like, man.
Matter of fact, I think he got an interview with Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown busts him out.
And he hung up on Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah.
He sure did hang up. He sure did hang up. He didn't want that heat.
Right.
Hung up on hey, that's another real one out there, Judge Joe Brown, but he gonna put it on you.
Huh.
But yeah, man. But you know, when you
Hey, man, you know what? I can respect Judge Joe Brown, though, man, because he did what it do, and he speaks the truth, though.
Right.
You understand? He speaks the truth. Like that's all we got to do is stay true to ourselves, no matter where we get to.
Right.
He been a whole judge. Like,
listen to what Judge Joe Brown. Listen to what Judge Joe Brown say about his ratings in his TV shows and how they were controlling his algorithms on his TV shows and shit. How long he had the #1 TV show when he was running up against Judge Judy and Oprah, and it was Dr. Phil and all them other people. He'll tell you about when you watch and listen to some of them interviews, man. So, you know, he came into the knowledge and he seen what was going on, and he chose not to partake in it. That's the thing about it, see. When sometimes people, they partake in, you know what I'm saying, the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the ones that he ain't standing for that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna point it out, you know. So, shouts out to him too, man.
Right.
Rick, you had him on your channel.
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to the Judge Joe Brown. We need you to come back, man, and straighten some more stuff out, man. Because he want to do it, you know.
Yeah, Judge Joe Brown asked that cat one question, and he was like, man, I got to go.
The truth got too much for him.
Yeah, and think about this right here. We ain't heard from that motherfucker since New York Undercover. What, he got a book deal or something? Oh, it's the day and age now where he decided he can try to put himself back on the map where he can be back in the
spotlight. Yeah, because he came out of nowhere. I mean,
he got a boyfriend.
Right. So he trying to
a boyfriend keeping last low.
So by being popularized right about now, and he been off the scene since goddamn 90 something probably. This a perfect time for him to come back out and say, hey, I'm like this or I'm like that now, to try to get back in the picture now. You know, because where he would have been looked down on back then, they'll look up to him now to like, oh, he a hero now, because, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, you ain't shit but a peanut butter sloppy motherfucker. You know, packing peanut butter and Jay and all that kind of shit, you know.
Hey, like Tariq said, man, you like Bussy. Oh, man. And Tariq, that's another cat that did it his way. See, man, I just don't understand why you got to sell your soul, it seems like, just to have it. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. And I don't understand where we be going wrong with that, man. You know, like, I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know? It's
still the same thing, man. You on that plantation still.
Right.
You know, you got that slave, you got that field slave, and you got that house slave. You know what I'm saying? You got them same one that's still running around for master, telling master this and that. And you got double ages and all that. You know, they can't. They look like
slaves is short, Jack. Still slaves is short. We about 5 of us.
Huh?
Everybody in the house.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in the house, man. Trying to split one pork chop.
Right.
Right. Low said,
don't make no sense when we can be out here in the field doing our own thing.
Right.
You know.
Like, we all facing issues, but just so you can have whatever just think about it like this. You got think about like people regular in the field. I'm driving a new Cadillac. I'm cool with that. Well, I could drive a Rolls Royce, but then occasionally I got to go on this couch and do whatever, you know, they want to do with me. Fuck that. I'll be driving just a basic ass Cadillac versus, oh, you're in a Rolls Royce, but what do you really got to do for that? What are you doing that nobody is actually seeing?
Right.
That's why damn near their souls be so fucked up, because it's like, man, I've been doing all this fucked up ass shit I can't get rid of it and shit. That's why they be doing drugs and shit, trying to the wipe the stain of that bullshit off their soul.
That's right, trying to escape reality. They don't want to live about it. And if you look at most of them, they don't want to. They don't. And they interviews and stuff. They talk about, they don't have mirrors in their house because they can't stand to look at themselves. They can't stand to sleep alone. They got to be around somebody 24/7. Them folks fucked up for real, man. They up on all kind of medications, sedations and shit like that, man. Hallucinogens and shit. They can't.
That's some damn psychological issues, man. Money ain't never that important, man.
Right.
I wish I would. You know what I mean? Please.
See, and then sometimes they get themselves caught up in those societies and occults and stuff, man. You see what I'm saying? And they make them sacrifices, and you know what I'm saying? Once you start doing certain things and getting involved in certain things, man, it's a psychological effect that it takes upon you, But going back to that Muslim, going back to that, previous topic, go back and look at what Quincy Jones was saying. You know what I'm saying? And look at some of the truth that he was speaking about some of that stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you know what though? At the end of the day, man, we had Motown, and we all see that's one thing. We always sell our stuff for a check, man. When we really just need to hold on to it and like Rick said, be happy with what we got. You know what I mean? Let Motown, which still existed, never got sold, passed along. You know what I mean? We could have had our own control, our own music.
Wait. Let me add this one thing. It's gonna fuck both of y'all up. Now you said we had our own thing with Motown. Right. Who got Motown now?
Right.
Them people.
I know, but the people are Universal. But if you go back into history, the silent partner was Universal the whole time. So they had it as a silent partner, and then they came to the light saying, "Oh, we're gonna buy it." You had it the whole time. Right. You just now made it known in the future time, but you just had it the whole time.
And then I'm gonna tell you something. Blacks did have their own stuff. We did have our own, but they took it from us. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let us, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like we had the Black Wall Street, everything that we created and came up with and tried to own and control, they took that from us. You know what I mean? All that we didn't give up through integration. So we gave a lot of stuff up in integration and said that, in order for us to integrate with these people and be able to go to their public school system and stuff like that, that we must give up our black Negro leagues and baseball leagues, and we gave all that up to go play ball with the white man.
Right.
We had all that stuff. So when we integrated, we lost all that shit, man. And ever since we integrated, we fucked up. Anytime you integrate something, you making it fucking weaker. You can't make them stronger by integrating it. I can't make my coffee no stronger if I'm going to add cream and sugar.
Think about it like this. I think that the strongest person that could have been from an early stage of, owning everything as far as his masters, I think that was Sam Cooke. Because that's what essentially he wanted to do. Then they painted that story, he went crazy on the prostitute and all this, and they had to do this. No, they killed him. Right.
Set up like a setup.
Right.
They forced him and killed him. That's just like all
that was a setup if I ever seen one. It didn't even make sense.
Right.
Ain't nothing about that story makes sense.
Right.
That's just like all these inventions and patents and stuff. We created that stuff, but they stole that stuff from us under certain laws, but we weren't able to vote, and we was equivalent to 3/5 of a human. Whatever that we invented, they stole from us and they patented and they took ownership of it. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't like we ain't never created them. We created every damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're the ones that ain't created shit. Everything we create, they take it, they dictate and control it. They take it from us. We set the trend,
So this is my thing, though. Everything we went through, I understand. Everything we done lost and they stole, I understand. They burned down every Black Wall Street we had, including not just Black Wall Street. It was more than just Black Wall Street.
Right.
There was about 7 of them. You know what I mean? We had 7 thriving joints at that time. It wasn't just Black Wall Street.
Right.
But why we let it crush us and why we let it mess us up to the point where we ain't think about, like, well, man,
maybe we still gotta have our own on the low over here. You know what I mean? Like why people in the music game didn't be like, look, everybody, y'all gotta keep y'all masters. Y'all gotta have y'all. You know what I mean? Like we ain't passed nothing down of ownership, and it's all just give me a check and 360 deals and all this other.
All that sound good. All that sound good, and they give you money, but none of that matter when you don't own and control resources. They'll give you money, man, because they know that money is not equivalent to, you know what I'm saying, you owning and controlling. They ain't finna let you go own and control no power plant or no water resource or nothing like that.
I mean, but look how Master P did it, though. Master P owned and controlled all that, no limit shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why everybody ain't following in that footstep? You know what I mean? Sell it out your trunk. David Banner said you doing the same thing. You ain't gotta go corporate, man. You know?
Them the ones that you don't really hear about. That's really doing the right thing. That they don't really talk about them kind of people. You don't see them posting Master P all over them. You know what I'm saying? Social media.
Man, I'm about it, man. I bought every 13 of them damn albums.
I'm a Master P fan. I got them every album he put out there. So I
That's
know.
What I'm saying. And he's putting out an album like every week, every 2 weeks. You know, so real don't support real, man. And it's just like,
you know, he's 40 doing his own thing. Master P doing this. A lot of them doing their own thing.
But you gotta look at it like this. A lot of that stuff came into inception because someone got thrown under the bus. And that's what a lot of our people don't understand that we do. Like, it's one person that's on the top, and then it's one we know that's never going to be on the top, but we're going to play them like, you know, they don't deserve to be on this level that I'm on.
Right. And then you think about it and you look at it, you know what I'm saying, as an aspect of mine, Master P wasn't like the average thug or drug dealer. That man was going to college and going to school and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a business mind. He had a business. He was set up to be a, you know what I'm saying? He had a business agenda. He wasn't just no average, you know what I'm saying, no average rapper, what I'm trying to say.
Right.
You know, when that man started rapping, he came in the game like, hey, man, I want the same deal that Michael Jackson had. You know what I'm saying? He was better deal. I want to be own control, my own distribution or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, I want to say he started everything off from his grandfather passing like $10,000 insurance policy. That's where it started from.
Yeah.
So it's about investing your money right.
And that's true. I heard that too. But I'm just saying, man, like, cats act like it's something wrong with being independent, man. Cats like
you know why?
It's bad not to sell your soul. Like, why?
You know why?
If you really hot, you still can get it, man.
That's true.
They don't want to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? For one, they want to just sell out for the bag, and then you know what I'm saying. They'll take the front money. Okay, we'll give you $1 million, $2 million. We'll put that in your pocket right now. If you go ahead and you sign with us, you know what I'm saying. That'll help you get you and your family out of debt. You gotta think about it. A lot of these rappers, they young, man. They ain't got shit.
Yeah, and they ain't business savvy. Think about it like this. I'll put it in terms of when it comes to the game. People want microwave. They don't want to go by all the rules, how long it takes to get to a certain level. They want to cut to the chase. So it looks like they're already on, but that's not feasible, actually possible. I mean, that you're gonna lead to failure quicker than anything doing it that kind of way.
Right, because you ain't building no foundation. And see what Master P did was he built his foundation. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of them, they don't want to build no foundation. They just want to get that 360 deal and get that right now money and, you know what I'm saying, and getting them videos with them and get them girls and all that stuff. And then before you know it, you know, your name might be up there, you might be hot. And think about this, a lot of them, they ain't got no money, man.
Yeah, like Eazy-E said it best. Fame, no fortune. Why you want fame if you ain't got no fortune, if you ain't piggybacking into getting some real dollars? Yeah, everybody can know your name like you on Cheers or some shit like that, but it's about having revenue.
Right.
Stuff I won't even say in your bank account, stuffed away somewhere, hidden away. Real revenue, real things generating money.
Some real wealth.
Right.
You know, it's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, rich is temporary.
A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
People don't know that, man.
It's a big difference.
I get it. see, I say a lot of times, man, we more concerned with entertainment than empowerment and education. You know what I'm saying? Like we more concerned with turning up. We're more concerned with getting a high or something, and I think that's coping mechanisms for the lives we lead.
Right,
you know
right. That's true.
A lot of that has to do with social engineering, though. And what they put in front of the TV screen, what they putting in front of us and making us think that we this type of person, stereotypically, you know what I'm saying, typing us and programming us to be a certain person.
Right, because you figure somebody that looks just like us that's taking the payoff, like, hey, why don't you just do this? And they're like, okay. So that's steadily perpetuating, okay, I need to be like this because I seen my brother on TV or on this music video being like this. So that's it was kind of detouring a lot of brothers and sisters off from, going about it the right route of, will be considered the slow route, but it'd probably be the most lucrative route to pay you in the long run.
Exactly. So you got to be able to have that business mind frame. From one, it's so good. It's good to have a talent or whatever, but at the same time, you got to know how to exercise that business and be able to have that mind frame to know where you want to go and have your, in life and have your goals set to what you want to be in life. How you want to have yourself set up with your assets and what you want to leave behind for your family from when you pass. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them rappers you hear about now, they gonna come, they coming and they gonna wash up and they gonna be gone. You ain't gonna hear nothing else about them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I already know it.
Unless you dig up deep up into the archives. You know what I'm saying? They don't. And you look back on them and been doing shit with themselves. You know what I mean? So a lot of them will show you all this promotion of money, and it costs money even for these record labels and stuff to put out there and make them videos for you. So it's like essentially you automatically in debt with them before you even start seeing your money.
Right, and it's designed like that. That's the whole thing.
Because instead of you promoting yourself, they're gonna promote you. And that's what
it's a scam, man.
Yeah. They're promoting you at a cost that they know you're not gonna really make good on. So essentially, like, think about it. Like, we gave you $1 million. Now you want to do like 5 videos and you're gonna go on tour and all this. By the time you get done with all their figures, you probably end up with close to either 100,000 or be in debt because you're not even counting the taxes you got to pay on that $1 million you just got. So
if I had to give, I would have told him like this, just because what I know from the game, I would have told him like this, man. Throw me 10,000. Let me go get this attorney, read this shit, tell me what's all in here, then I'll sign the deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? But see, and it makes you up for even doing that because it don't cost nothing to educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost nothing for you to educate yourself.
No, I'm just saying though, just to go on the easy route though. I would try to reach out to Master P or somebody independent who did it. Hey man, look, y'all know who I am, man. I'm blowing up on Instagram. Woo, man, I need some help. I don't want to get beat. You know what I mean? That's what I would have did.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. Like it ain't that hard. Like, it's a technology age. Just like I'm chiming in on the show right now. Cats is blowing up, got 300 views on Instagram. Yada. Them cats can reach out to somebody before they go sign on these crazy ass contracts and yada. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Look, I'm just gonna mess with somebody who look like me. Not baby though. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying, man.
But when you think about it, and I'm gonna say this, when you do the history, I don't care what artist it is, black, white, Jew, Hispanic, you still got to look behind the bigger picture and see who controls the industry. Who control and who you got to go through in order to put that music out there still. You know what I'm saying? Who control the airways? Who controlling the bigger picture of everything? All the record labels. You know what I'm saying?
I understand the bigger picture, but you can't control jumping out your trunk, though. I don't care if I'm riding around in U-Haul. You dig? Hey, if you hot, it's gonna bang. You just gonna have to go city to city, and it's like a lot of cats make more money doing tours. You know
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
do, because they get that money right up front.
Book your own self. You know what I mean? You can stack your money up and book your own self. Like, hey,
but so many. But the thing is, you got so many clauses in the game and so much red tape you got to go through the where it's almost impossible. Where it's almost where you got to go through somebody. You know what I'm saying? Up that ladder a little bit. See where they got it set up. See. It's just like trying to own your own TV show or something. You think them folks that own the network, so the television just gonna let you come in and own the TV station because you got some money?
Yeah, let me take a good case where you can kind of understand it. Like, Ice Cube got that, what's it, the Big Three? They won't let them play in certain stadiums and stuff like that. Right. So essentially, it's like we're blackballing you out of the places where you can actually get money with what you're doing. It's like we don't want to get.
That ain't nothing but moving the goalposts. That's all that is.
Right.
That's all that is. Period. Point blank. Like I said, they always move the goalposts. But all these cats with that long money, all they gotta do is hit Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Hey, let's study or sit down at the round table. We'll buy our own shit.
True.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we gonna book these shows, and then we'll get that money on the back end. And then we buy another one in another city if that's how they want to play ball. But we got to understand how we got to move, though.
Right.
And a lot of people don't want to move. You know what I mean? Because they under that gag order anyway.
Right.
You can still move if you really wanted to, though.
Right.
If you really wanted to, you could still move. You know what I mean? It ain't enough real ones, man. It's going to take enough real ones to really start the movement.
But think about it like this. This is why a lot of those gag orders really work. So say like, oh, I'm just gonna go against the gag order and just help my brother. Well, they probably know you got some vices. So that's another way they keep them down. Like, well, you really got down like this. If we get this out in the public, nobody's gonna even rock with you, and you're really gonna lose money. You might even catch a case by some of the stuff we actually know. So that's how they keep people in check and in order, because they really know what's really going on with them that the public may not know.
Right. See, and that's what the whole secret thing is about. You know, it's trying to hide the agenda from people of what's really going on or what they're really trying to bring into. You know what I'm saying? Existence, what laws they're trying to create and pass in this world to keep us dumbfounded on. See, when people start coming into knowledge and start, seeing the real agenda and the real America, and then, like I said, it's too late for them to turn back then. Because you already signed your name, you signed up for it now, man. And a lot of them feel, dying. A lot of them feel death. They don't want to die. Because they know they done so much fucking dirt, you know what I'm saying, that they don't want to die in vain. They don't want to die, man. They don't want to die for what's right or whatever, You
I feel you, man. I feel you.
We've been fucked up as a people, as a people of Melbourne. We've been fucked up, man. We've been through, we've been through the ringer, man. We some hurt people,
Right. And the main thing I hate was when they, because here over in Minneapolis and Minnesota, we got a lot of Somalians. So they're like, well, the Somalians are doing quite well. Well, I guess if you're getting $7,000 a month to be here, you would do quite well too.
And think about it. That's why they come here. They don't come here to, so they come here for the freeload and get tax-free benefits. All them immigrants and stuff over there get money just to come over here.
I think it'd be kind of fair if every immigrant came over here had to work for 400 years for free, and then they'd be even.
Right.
I mean, hey, right?
Makes sense.
I'm just saying.
They got the immigrants here. They bringing all these people here and all these foreigners here. The breath for us out. You see what I'm saying? The breath for us out and put a wedge in between us and the higher uppers. So what they'll do is they'll arrest a bunch of immigrants then and take the focus off of black folks and put it on immigrants. Instead of goddamn giving black folks what they need and paying them some attention and telling to what we really need, they put the focus on somebody else.
Right, but you think they tell those immigrants before they even come over here, like, hey, don't trust the American black. Essentially, you trust us with what we're gonna say and where we're gonna provide, and it gives a false statement because they try to bunch them in with us like, oh, well, you know, this black segment is doing lovely. Like, no, they're Somalian. They're not American black. They ain't went through half the shit we went through. You know, they get treated different because they know this.
And let me tell you something else that people don't know about. They let illegal immigrants come over here and work all the time for a little nothing. Down here in the South where I'm at, they let them come down here and work at these shrimp houses, oyster houses, or nursery plants. They let them work all down here all year long, and every year during a certain time of the year, when the fucking immigration units start riding, they get ready to round their ass up because they don't have their green card. They don't come to work for like 2 or 3 months until that shit be over with, then they come back to work. So essentially, the Americans letting them come over here and letting them work and paying them a little nothing, and then when it's time for them to go back or whatever, they let them go back and then come back every year anyway. But
and you know what's so crazy about that? And they do it through temp services.
Right.
They do it through temp service. And I was shocked that it's actually here in Wisconsin and shit. I was at this little gig, you know what I mean, doing what I do. And man, it was probably about 10, 12 of them. And what was so crazy to me is it was cats that was working there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I said, how you been working here for 2 years and you don't know that you ain't legit?
Right. They know. I
said, that's crazy. That's crazy.
They know. You know, I used to work at a place called it was a construction company. I ain't gonna get a name out, but I used to work there. I used to build gymnasiums and band rooms and all kind of shit for the football fields and the stadiums and stuff like that. You know, and the illegal immigrants and Mexicans and stuff, they'll be over there working. And when they watch, because all of them watch the news, they stay on the news. And when them motherfuckers start hearing about something going on with the immigrants, or they going to get ready to start deporting them and all that, or they going to start, you know, sending them back to Mexico or whatever, they leave the job site. They don't even come back no more. You have to find new labor, new workers and everything.
You know what's so crazy?
They going high.
Mr. Orange be so hard on immigrants. He trying to build his wall for $1 billion, but they call immigrants working at his hotel. Right. And I don't even understand that.
Right.
I really don't.
So they trying to pit us against them when actually they need the immigrants like they need the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't nobody doing that working the cotton field and these fields no more but the immigrants. So they trying to replace us with them.
Yeah, I said, hey, if they really get rid of immigrants, we ain't gonna have no strawberries. I know that.
We ain't gonna have a lot of stuff.
We ain't gonna have no strawberries for sure.
They get rid of immigrants, we ain't gonna have a lot of shit. You ain't gonna have no white t-shirts, no hard shit.
The strawberries hot in the mug now, boy. I think about $6-7 for that little plastic thing, boy. Strawberries gonna go up to about $30.
Right.
$30.
You better start growing your own.
Oh man!
I heard it take more resources to make strawberries anyway.
I'm straight black anyway.
What you say, Rick?
No, I was gonna say I heard it takes a lot of resources to even make strawberries happen. You know.
Right. You know.
But still, that cheap labor keep them cheap though and affordable.
Right.
And that's why they ain't trying to get rid of them. It's just a smoke screen they throwing up there to make us think that, they flooding the country, they coming in and doing this and doing that. No, y'all letting them in. Don't nobody get past the U.S. border without you knowing it. You can't go past the border and go nowhere else without nobody knowing it. How the fuck they sneaking over here? That's bullshit.
Just like that dope can't get past the border.
Right.
This is a nigga driving the truck.
Right.
Then they don't get through.
Shit, that motherfucker getting through. They getting that shit through. It ain't us.
I'm just saying though. Hey, you're right. Without them knowing, but let us be driving one of them semis. Oh no, you getting pulled to the side, baby.
Right.
You know, you getting pulled to the side.
Did you see that shit they got popped with them all them billions of dollars of coke on it and shit on it not too long ago?
Yeah, you ain't heard no more about that.
She's supposed to been tied to Warren Buffett or some damn body. You see what I'm saying? And they ain't said nothing about that but number 1 or 2 times, and that was it. But
I can't even mess with mainstream media, man. I really get all my media off YouTube. You know what I mean? Black media. I really do. You know what I mean? I mess with cats. I ain't gonna say no names. Well,
Right.
But I ain't. But you dig? It's like 3 or 4 cats. You dig? And that's all I mess with. I watch the news, but I know it's smoke screen. I think everybody that's on this call right now speaking is really hip to what's going on. You know what I mean? It might be some callers listening. They might think we just diving or we kind of off the ball or out there with it. But when you done live life, man, and you done really seen it, you done been through things, man, like you can't believe a lot almost. You know what I mean? You just can't. You just can't. It's impossible.
When you watching mainstream media, you gotta watch it closely and look at it and understand what you're looking at, and also you got to understand, you know what I'm saying, that's their side of the story. What's not being told, what they ain't saying. Look for what they ain't telling us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be like watching your boss come on TV and like, oh, I enjoy all my employees, and we always have good talks and everything. Like, let that motherfucker lie. Every time I come in there, he's talking some shit about what I didn't do or whatever. So that's how you gotta look at it. Any other information they provide up there, like, nah, it's another side of that story, you know?
Right.
Really, I be watching just for world events. That's all.
If you look at that news network media, they all reading off of scripts anyway. They all say the same goddamn thing.
Matter of fact, I'll put y'all up on even more game. All these news media outlets get their media from one source. It's called the Associated Press. Go to Associated Press. They're the ones who get all the media that they regurgitate the same shit from.
Right. Everything. From the AP polling to stock market drop, up, down, all that shit. NASDAQ, all that shit.
Well, you know, one thing I really relate America to, man, is the Matrix. You understand? Like when you feed into that thing, like you in the Matrix.
Right.
Once you like remove yourself, you start reading, you start educating yourself, you start thinking about what you're thinking about.
Right.
Which a partner told me a long time ago, fam, you gotta think about what you think about. Then you not in the Matrix no more. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times if you think about what you're thinking about, you think of what you hearing, who benefiting from it, who in control of it, yada yada yada, it don't make sense. It's for melanated people.
And let me say this, to add a kicker on to that. While we even talking about the Matrix, we got to pay homage to someone say Sophia Stewart. The author and the creator of the Matrix was a black woman.
Right, they robbed the story from.
James Cameron, they stole that story from her, and she that Matrix, and that was essentially a part of the Terminator.
Yeah, the Terminator.
You know, that was another sequel that was coming off of that. And they took her work and they stole it from her, and she got a case. She got a case in court right now. I think that she was trying to. I don't know if she won that case or what, that she was trying to get the rights back.
Yeah, I think it's for over $1 billion or something like that.
Right. And so when that Matrix and that Matrix Reloaded, that was some bullshit that they came up with after that. But she is the true author and creator of Terminator 1, 2, and the Matrix. And she got
I ain't surprised. And I actually heard something about it. I seen something on Facebook about that. But it's, you know, that's what I compare it to, man. You know what I mean? That's woke and sleep. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it really is to me. You know, like, because I say, man, once you woke, man, you can't be unwoke.
Right.
You can't. Well, I think about it every day. I think about the moment that I really woke up. You know what I mean? I started studying. I started paying attention to stuff. Like, I cannot remember the moment when it happened.
What triggered it for me is when I was incarcerated, when I was in prison, and I was, you know, doing my time on my own, and I began to hang around, you know, some certain brothers that was kind of conscious. You know what I'm saying? They was opening my eyes to certain things, and you know what I'm saying. They began to start opening my eyes and showing me different things, and I was able to see. And like, then I had books I can read and do research on, and you know, back then you didn't have iPad and YouTube and all that, so you just had to go read books and shit and find the knowledge out, you know, and learn certain stuff. And it was hard. And once you start, one thing about reading, once you start reading stuff and you read it, you know, a certain amount of time, that fucking reading, it's an imprint in your mind. You'll never forget what you read, all that, and what you learned. It's different than watching TV. When you read a book or something, you interpret something a whole lot different, and it sticks in your memory a whole lot longer than when you watching something on TV.
Right.
You know, people don't know that, but you know that's why they say reading is good for the mind, and it keeps your mind strong. You know, but reading helped me, man. You know, meditating and taking my mind away from the situation that I was in. It was like I was never there. As long as I had a book I could get off into, or you know, some kind of occupy my mind or whatever. I was like, okay, like I ain't even in here. I can put myself in this book. And that's another thing. I learned how to eject myself, you know, in certain situations out of, you know, in other words, take my body and my spirit somewhere else. You know, and I wouldn't just be in no facility. I'd be like somewhere else. I'd be like traveling.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like you're no longer confined where you're confined at. You know, you're traveling everywhere. We're reading them books and learning new things.
You know, I did the same thing when I was doing my little time. You know what I mean? Like, I did the same thing, and a lot of cats was like watching TV and playing cards and dominoes, and I'm like, nah, I'm good, man.
I did that too at times, but the main time.
Yeah, I did too, but it was like reading. It like, cause I put my mind in the book, and it takes you. Like you zone everything out. You zone everything else out. You know what I mean? And you know you're doing something better than just playing cards.
Right.
You know, like that's what I looked at.
Well, one thing about when you playing cards and dominoes and all that stuff, you know, I always noticed that it kept a lot of confusion going on too. So I didn't really try to get myself caught up in too much a lot of that, you know, gambling and stuff like that. You know, that's confusion. You know what I'm saying? That's all that's for, create confusion. You know, what might start off might be a good little simple card game. You might be gambling for, you know, Zuzu around or whatever, but it might turn into a goddamn killing streak. So you never know. Just like out here, you know, you shooting dice on the corner or whatever, and then next thing you know, somebody got killed or shot or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I try to stay away from all those games and stuff like that, you know, like, you know, when I was in, you know, situations like that. You know, so but
me, I got a temper, so you know, and when you playing cards and whatnot, some cats like to talk real crazy.
Yeah.
You know, get in your head and everything else, and I wasn't really for that, man. Let's just go on and play and chill out. You know, and it's always the crazy cats want to play. You know, so I ain't playing with you, Joe, because you be talking too much.
Right.
Jump across this table and put it on you, then I'm going to have a ticket. I'm going to add to my time. So I can only play with certain folks. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way it was.
Right. My Valley of the Pharaohs, he came in and said, reading keeps you sharp. Yeah. And then Lowe said, you can lock my body and not my mind. Right. And then Lowe said, real still. Right. So, you know, it's just all about how you maneuver and how you travel, I guess. You know, on your journeys, you know.
Right. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, and for the record, man, you know, Amar out here doing this thing, man, on some legal shit. So that's why I can do what I do. You know what I mean? Because I done retired, you know, for the record. But I didn't give mine too, though. You know what I mean? And I stood on it like a real one. You know what I mean? Not none of this new fool shit.
Right.
Yeah, I'm an 80s baby. I stood on it like a real one. Always have, always will. That's the code.
Right.
It ain't the blue code like they got that we don't know they got, but the black code.
Right.
Already. You know what I mean? Do real things. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't no tell on a friend and not do 10. Ain't none of that with me, man. We all know what we doing.
Right.
We all know what we doing.
Exactly. Man up. I know I done mine.
I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is.
Right. I'm blessed.
I got a decade plus in the game, and I don't know how many bands. So hey, motherfuckers can say what they think and say what they say, but hey, I know what I done counted. I know what I done did. You did?
Right.
Hey, did.
My brother said, you caught us with some sweet, go and do your time.
What do you say?
On that good, the bad, the ugly, the ghetto boys. You gotta don't do your time. Yeah.
Nah, man, you know, and past that, man, it's like, you know, the disconnect, man, from the elders, man, and the laws and everything else, man, and just how the game was switched up and changed, and football numbers and everything else, man. Like I came from when being real meant something. You know what I mean? When the cat said, "Oh, I did a bit," like it meant that he did a bit because he was real.
Yeah.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like no matter what happened, he wasn't my lips sealed, fam. I ain't on nobody papers. You know what I mean? I ain't on nobody papers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fruity booty Cassie. You know what I mean? I'm a real one. You know what I mean? If I do what I did it, man, I'm gonna stand up to it, stand up with it. You dig? Like that.
Right. Not trying to glorify or nothing like that, but it is what it was, and I did the time for it, and you know what I'm saying? You know.
It ain't taking nobody with me though, man, because everybody out here on their own manhood, manhood. You associate with cats that's supposed to be men just like you, but cats want to be like you, but they not like you.
Right.
Why you out here if you not out here? You know what I'm saying? Don't even be out here. Get back on the porch somewhere, man.
Right.
Get your ass back on the porch somewhere, man.
The best way I read it and I heard it is like, hey, that's why they made sidewalks. Everybody can't be in the street.
Right.
Already, cuz. You know, and these cats nowadays, man, selling their soul for $1, man, and just messing the game all up, man. But okay, it's dead, though. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just trying to make a better way for my gen. That's it, man.
Right.
You know, and stay out the way, cause
right.
And stay out the way, cause these cats ain't, man, they ain't cut from that cloth, cuz.
Right.
We don't make that cloth no more. We gotta make it ourselves. You dig?
If you look at the game now, you know the busters and the fake niggas got the dope now. Ain't no real niggas got the dope no more. That's all in the fake niggas' hands now. You see what I'm saying? The fake niggas got, that's why it's so fucked up, because the fake niggas got the game now. Right.
But think about this. This is a powerful statement. I know y'all probably don't watch it in Goodfellas when Henry's talking to Paulie, and he's like, yeah, my one partner got busted for just talking to somebody. Now he's gonna be in there till who knows how long. He said, it ain't gonna be me. You tell me anybody that's fucking with this shit. But you think about it. Henry was the main one fucking with this shit and ended up pointing the finger at them. So it's hard to tell people that, you know, is really in your corner. That's why you really gotta kind of, in this day and age, be for self and not, you know, let too many people know, you know, what the left hand is doing and stuff. Cause it's like, you get you caught up in some shit that, you know, you didn't expect.
And if you out there in the game and you making the choice to do what you're doing or whatever you're doing, I will say this, you know, because I can't knock with nobody, I nobody eat or whatever.
Right.
But make sure you know what you up against before you get into it. Do your background, do your homework, and say, okay, now if I go out and commit this crime, if I put this sack in my hand or whatever, now I get jammed up or whatever, I'll be there this amount of time or possibly this amount of time or whatever. You got to always think about if shit goes sour.
Right.
You can't say, oh, I can't think about that, man. Y'all trying to think. I'm thinking, you know how we think, oh, that's bad. Look, don't think like that. But shit happens for real, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
You try to push this shit out your mind like it ain't gonna happen, and it happen for real. You know, hey, well, you gotta be prepared.
Like Reed said, like Reed told me on the last one, man. You gotta know all aspects. You gotta know all aspects. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? And I know all aspects.
Right.
And I take it for what it is. A lot of cats, man, you can't, man, a lot of cats these days need to just be on the sidewalk, period.
Right.
That's it.
A lot of them, I've seen a lot of, and that's what keeps a real nigga from not even fucking with the shit no more, because he already sees too much bullshit for him to get by. I gotta deal with the motherfucking snitches, the police, the robbers, you know what I'm saying, the women, you know what I'm saying, it's too much to deal with just to try to get $1 when I could just go ahead and get this little business jumping or, you know, try to do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Run for it and get out the way, and let the clowns have it.
Right.
Run for it and get out the way. Let the clowns have it.
Mm-hmm.
Let the cats that don't know no better.
See,
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
That was the game was used for back then. Get in, get what you gonna get and get out of it. Don't get caught up in it. That was the game back then. It wasn't no fucking longevity. I could sell dope for 20, 30 years and retire and shit. You can't fucking do that. And that's how you get caught up trying to, do it for a long time. They start making that money real fast, and then, before you made it, before you know it, hey, I done made this, I got this, I'm balling now, I can't be touched now. And then, you get knocked upside your head, and then, hey, you back at square one again, and, you got a rap sheet and everything else, and after a while it get harder and harder for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're taking them years away from you.
Right.
People don't really look at that. Like, man, when you're gone for 10 and 5 and 7, man, that's a lot of years out of your life. You could have been doing something else. So now you got to start off from, like you said, square one, but you're not the same age you was once you was touchdown the last time.
Right. And then
you can't do it the same.
Right.
You can't do it the same.
Then you got a background. You can't get certain jobs. You can't do this. You can't, you know what I mean? So, you started putting fights against yourself and start putting limitations on yourself of what you can and what you can't do, But at the same time, I done been there and I done been in those positions, but I'm still here to tell it, and I'm still able to say that you can make it through all that once you start changing yourself,
Right, I think you and Sir Lloyd is good examples of how y'all done flipped it, even though you don't face adversity in different parts of your life, and now you're progressing for the best way you can do. I mean,
man, I love the game, but when motherfuckers start hitting them with that trafficking, Joe, giving motherfuckers 100+ years for shit that been here 100+ years, I was like, oh nah, maybe not. Maybe not.
See, you got to get
maybe
out.
Not.
We got to understand and learn, understand the game and be smart enough to know that the only way you beat the system is to stay out of it. You can't beat them by trying to say, okay, I'm gonna go flip this and grab this and do that. That ain't how you beat them, thinking you land up on the radar and you this and that. The only way you beat the system is to stay out of it. If you get in that kind of situation, eventually you're gonna get caught up in it if you're dealing and dabbling in too long. That's just the game.
You playing with the hands of time. You playing with the hands of time. And these people get all type of cheats, all type of cheat codes to the shit that they do that they call law. You know what I mean? Like ain't no privacy, ain't no law, ain't no nothing. They can do whatever the hell they want to do to get their check. But you can't do what you get to get your bag. You know, it ain't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Because the devil business, see, they don't sleep. That's what they say. So he roam the clock 24/7, seeking whom he may devour. They don't sleep. See, that's their job, to put dope out here and to catch you with it. It's a game in them. See, it's a job in the game in them. See, they already know it's there from the jump, so they gonna put it out here. Pretty much they already know who hands that's touching it, and they know everything anyway, because they got somebody who gonna tell it, and they sitting back watching or whatever, so they already know.
Right.
And sooner or later, when they come to collect, and it's time they feel like, oh, you done made enough money, or you done flipped or whatever, made enough, or, hey, we'll come and collect, man. It's time to pay the piper, see?
But now let me put y'all up on this if you ain't peeped this out of this old movie. If you peep in the original Superfly, when Superfly's up in the after they leave Scatter's restaurant, they're at the after set, and he runs into Freddy that owes him the money, so he pays him his money and everything. And, Superfly's drinking a beer and he's chopping it up with his partner to the side. He's like, well, what you doing tonight? He's like, oh, I got to go pick up something. And then dude's like, oh, if it's Uptown, he said, no, I got to go up to Scatters. But if you watch Ron O'Neal's face, like, I gave him too much information on what I'm about to go do, what kind of move I'm going to do. Right. And Freddy's right across from him kind of looking like, okay, that's what you're going to do. So when he gets picked up, Freddy, when he gets picked up for, beating dude for touching his woman, the cops find the dope on him and essentially he folds the pressure. Like, yeah, he got this many men on the street and he's going to pick up one tonight, but he wouldn't have had that information if he didn't, put himself out there and saying, yeah, this is where I'm getting it from. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like you could hang yourself in some situations because you may be thinking, oh, I'm just speaking and they ain't really picking up on it, but people are really picking up on what you're saying because you're the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, and
that just go to show you how easy you can make a mistake too, and been around at the mouth and saying something that you wouldn't meant to say.
Right.
You can't retract that shit back.
You can't even trust motherfuckers that you wish you could trust, though, man. You know what I mean? Because the game ain't the same. Ain't been the same for a whole long time, man.
Right.
But, hey, that's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when you got a squad, like you still a one-man army.
It's true.
Everybody want to be you.
Right.
Everybody want to be you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like and it's crazy. Like that's I ain't never wanted to be the man until it was my time to be the man.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when I was the man, I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm hot as fuck. These boys all on my ass. These boys is finna get me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the man, but goddamn, nigga, like,
you know how you
shit ain't worth it.
You know how you beat that though, and you beat a man still? Is just flip that shit and turn legit. That's all. You still ball every day and do the same motherfucking shit and just be legit with it. And they can't stop you then. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about it in that situation though. You know what I mean? Like when you want to be the man, and you on the bottom or you in the middle, like you want to be the man so bad. You know what I mean? But you don't know what the man really going through. You know what I'm talking about? Like especially if he's slick. You don't see them feds. You don't see them UCs. You don't see how many cars he's switching. You don't see how many houses he got. You don't see what he really doing. You just see what you see. You know what I mean? And you think this shit's sweet.
And then he ain't get what? He ain't even a real man. He ain't the man. It's a man above him.
That's true. That's true.
The government just letting it come through.
Right.
It's the man.
It's the man that you ain't gonna never see or hear about that controlling everything. You ain't gonna never hear or see about him. Oh, he the man or he got it. No, he ain't got shit. It's the one that you don't see and don't hear about. They the ones laid back that's got it. You know what I'm saying? You'll never hear about.
Yeah, I feel you.
You'll never hear about their names. The names we hear about, you know.
Hey, that's the difference between being wealthy and being rich.
Right.
You're right.
You only know about being rich. You know what I mean? But the man, he wealthy, and you can't really tell.
That's just like the rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know, they making the music and doing all this, but who own the label? Who control it? Who own the industry?
Right.
And that's why them cats don't impress me, because you can't even say what the fuck you want to say on your own shit.
Right.
Tell me nothing, man.
Right.
I just seen some shit on WWE with fucking Offset wearing a fucking pink and white goddamn dress, robe looking damn thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Man, you got to check that out when you get a chance. That was crazy as hell. One of the Mingos.
I don't even want to check it out.
This motherfucker got a flamboyant ass pink and white goddamn robe shit on like a damn dress. And he doing the opening for the WWE some shit. But not for Ric Flair some shit. I was like, man, what the fuck? Imagine the shit. You see the shit they be doing to try to get attention and fame and shit.
Right.
Riding big wheels.
They be so addicted. They be so addicted to these non-melanated designers, man. Like take some of that money and put it to some one of these young melanated designers, man, and blow up and get your own label.
Right.
Don't sell it. And don't let us support it for the next 5 years, and it'll be just as big as them.
Right.
But don't nobody want to break bread with nobody no more, because everybody all about self.
Right.
Just like Rockaware, just like anything we had. Everybody just wants that big check. You can't get the big check unless you put the time in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Rick just said earlier, everybody just wants the big check.
It don't happen like that.
Give one person 10 years and you will have a big check. Guaranteed.
Right.
Guaranteed. We could have had our own shoe bigger than Nike by now.
Yeah.
By now.
Yeah.
Because we addicted to shoes. All it takes is one person with that capital to go over to Thailand, copy Nike, put the stamp on it, and then 2 or 3 rappers start wearing it. Then all the hoods started wearing it. Nike out the business.
Right.
Nike out the business. I ain't talking about Kanye West. You can't do it by yourself.
No, you got
over Jordan money.
You got
over Jordan money. They can do it.
You got Master P got them listen names out there. He got his products out there now. So
yeah. I'm talking about a cat with Oprah or Jordan money though. They got the longevity in it to last the 5-10 years it takes to get past the initial business. You know what I mean? Like Kanye, he want to do this, but then you come out you bankrupt.
Right.
I have to say that Master P probably up there, but he just ain't portraying himself like that. He ain't putting himself out there like that.
But I look at it like this: Master P kind of got knocked down a little bit when he got that divorce from his wife. So yeah, he got some money, but I'm quite sure.
You know what I'm saying, though,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Jordan could do it. Oprah could do it. Oprah could find a little young melanated shoe designer, even if it's women's shoes. Forget the red bottoms. Forget this. Forget that. Balenciaga. Like, Oprah could have her own joint.
Right.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of money to compete with the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she don't want to do it. We already know she a black white person.
Right. Right.
But I'm just saying, though. You know what I mean? Like, we've already been done it, man. You know what I mean? And
he already bought his story, man. You know, the people that they trying to give us for leaders and entertainers and, you know, activists and people, you know, Republicans, and they already bought people. They bought the soul already, man. That means he got to carry out an agenda that we want you to carry out. You know, they all under contracts and paperwork. That's why they can't do nothing, you know. And when you start understanding that you don't own that money, go back to the beginning when we was talking about who controls who money, that money has to go back in those certain people's hands. You know? And then one of those 13 royal families, they holding that money, and that money, when they put that money out here to circulate, they got to make sure that money is being accounted for and that money goes back into their hands.
Already. It's just crazy, though, man, because I remember when T.I. dropped his line, and then it went up for a minute, and then it just kind of dwindled down. And I was like, man, what happened to a cool? Like,
they have a lot of them. They put a lot of them people on a horizontal level. Want you to focus on horizontal issues instead of focusing on vertical issues. Something that's gonna help us and take us up and incline us and, you know, pick us up. And they ain't gonna really focus on that. They want us to stay focused on some old bullshit. What contract LeBron James said, or what Jay-Z doing in the NFL, and they focusing on some shit that really don't mean. They really ain't accounting for shit in the long run.
Man, you know? We just gotta stop. Gotta stop giving these celebrities idolism, man, that don't deserve it. You know what I mean? That don't deserve it. But you know what, man? I give T.I. props, man. T.I. do speak on some real shit, though. And T.I. do make big moves, you know what I mean? As an artist from the trap, supposedly. They got his bag, and he speak on shit. You know what I mean? He got businesses and everything. I give him big ups for that. You know what I mean? Like, period, point blank. I'm going to just throw that out there. But the other ones, though, because I feel, if you get the bag, fam, you kind of obligated.
Well,
if you was to kind of do something, like to do something. I don't even care if it's help one of the other people in your circle. So one ball player help another ball player, or one ball player help another entertainer, or one entertainer help another, you know, whatever. Like if we could do that, we can't even get there. You know what I mean?
We got some people that's trying to put some stuff together, but you know what I'm saying? We don't have a massive amount of support like we should have, but we got those ones that's coming into consciousness and trying to do something, you know what I mean? But you know, it's a slow process too when you got the system that's working against you too, though. The system always works, you know.
But man, it's all about, can we beat the system or not, man? You dig? Like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
We don't beat the system, it's gonna be a wrap for us, man. You know, cause man, okay, look, what do y'all think about what happened on the podcast I was on when I spoke on what I was speaking on with the R word, and then everything just went real strange?
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that, man? Like, hey, you saw my apologies for that, though, Rick, right?
Yeah.
I ain't meaning to screw it up like that, man. I thought, you know, we can talk about everything under the sun, but when I mentioned the R word, things just got real strange.
It sure did.
I don't know. I know you noticed it, but the viewers, I don't know if they know how real it is out here on other people's platforms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
we can talk about the game. We can talk about selling dope. We can talk about anything. But I said that, and it's kind of slightly hot topic. And then it just got real strange. And then you couldn't reboot again.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Right.
Just like right now, I mean, I know Low been in there, but it's people out there listening, but nobody's adding no comments. I mean, I understand y'all's dropping science and everybody want to kick back and listen, but throw something up there to say something, because if you're not saying something, that makes me think you're an agent just listening. Like, well, okay, they talking about this, they're saying this and that, you know.
Matter of fact, I got a few more minutes. I'm gonna have to get on out of here.
Yeah, I look at it like this. Maybe we should wrap it up, because remember, I couldn't even stop it. I want this to be able to go up so everybody be able to hear it that didn't hear it once it goes up for the replay and things. So we could
I was just saying, you know, I ain't chimed in, and I thought that was extra weirdo. You know what I mean? Extra weirdo. But they do it to other people's channels too, though. But I just thought, just cause, you know what I mean? Like, your channel's so real, you was immune, but then I come say the wrong thing and get to talking, and then whack.
You might have hit one of those keywords or something that triggers something off or something, you know.
Off the algorithms, and then the YouTube fans came in real quick.
Shut them down.
YouTube fans.
Exactly.
Right.
You know.
But man, I do apologize for that, man.
No, that's all right. That's all right. It happens.
Hey.
That just lets you know how they really, what they really feel about, you know, brothers really, you know, chopping up some areas that, you know, you don't see too many other places.
Right.
But some listeners, they don't really know though. They were just sitting back like, what happened to the channel? You got cut off, and then you tried to boot back up. They might have thought it was something with your internet or something. No, it wasn't none of that.
Right.
It wasn't none of that.
Right.
It wasn't. I know it wasn't none of that, because it didn't even make sense.
Right.
It happened real quick too, like real quick. That knock and kick shit.
Right.
And they don't even knock no more. They just kick.
Right.
But, you know, if you ain't in the game, you don't know nothing about it. Knock, but they don't knock.
No.
It's one knock.
We'll come with a battle.
Exactly. Your shit's so hard to fuck up.
Right.
They don't even knock no more.
Ain't no fixing nothing. That's when you gotta fix your own day, all that shit.
Be that
real you do.
Be that 3-4 in the morning call.
Them motherfuckers hit my auntie house so many times. She just started leaving the door. I already see y'all motherfuckers coming. The door already out the hinges. You just slide the bitch to the side. Come on in, goddamn motherfucker.
That's crazy, man. Door jams cost a whole lot of money too.
Right.
Yeah. New door, new motherfucking jam. That shit can run a stack. At least.
Whole new casing and everything.
Depending on how bad it is. But yeah, man. Hey, I'll be on the late tip, man. So I can't really chime in at the 9 o'clock. You know, I still be on the plantation. But man, I love to chime in with brothers, man. You know
so
what
time you usually? What time you usually be around? Because I can maybe try to do a little later one to have you come in, because you be adding some areas or topics that, you know, needs to be covered. So around what?
I don't get released from Master. Don't let me off till 11 o'clock.
Okay. Well, as soon as you get off the plantation, you just, if we's on, you just call hit my line, and I'll get you in the lineup.
Already, I mean, you like tonight, man.
Right.
When I see you on, I still try to chime in. Hey, you know, I slid to the crib. Hey, man, let me go and top it up, man.
You're a funny dude, You're a funny dude. Let's say you let Master let you go, huh?
Master, let me go at 11.
They got one on the fire across the gun line, boss.
Man.
but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You don't like eating them noodles, man.
Right.
For $3 a pack.
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Running up your blood pressure.
You ain't trying to do them football numbers.
Right.
You ain't trying to do them football numbers.
Around making them goddamn do out that damn them cinnamon rolls and cookies and shit.
Or but if you're like the new niggas, you don't gotta do no time. You just gotta look over your shoulder all the time.
You know I ain't like that. Nah. I would hope and believe you already know I ain't like that. I gotta do all mine, man.
Hey, but what's gonna happen with most of them new niggas is gonna be some real bright young reporter. Tonight's news: young dumb, full of bubble gum, gumped down. That's what's gonna happen.
Exactly. You know.
Hey, but we've been on here 200.
Reach out to him, man, and touch him, man, and maybe wake him up like I was woke up somehow, some way, man. Maybe we can keep it moving, man.
Right.
You know, and then we just got to get the other ones out the way that don't want to hear nothing, don't want to learn nothing, don't want to listen to nothing, and that's kind of where it's at. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You're gonna always have them ones, but you got to separate the wheat from the tares. You know, and the ones we can reach, get them, and not focus on, not too much get worried, caught up on trying to save the rest on, because you can't save everybody.
Yeah, but really more so where you can peep that type of character, how they move, like see how they moving. That's how you need to separate from cats like that.
Right.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, when you got cats that really about that life, then you might just gotta hit their hand and get rid of them.
Right.
But at any rate, that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's just how I look at it. I don't know how everybody else look at it, man. Hey, I like you, but hey, you gonna fall in line or you gonna get out the line?
Right. It's called
we got something to do.
Process of elimination.
We got something to do. You ain't gonna hold everybody up, man. Hey.
Right.
For real. You gonna be out here, man. You gonna be real with it. And if not, then hey, you gotta deal with it. And,
right.
And it's cats that got money. It's cats that got bread, and you ain't gonna keep doing it.
Right.
It's our community, and that's what we're gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. I don't know, and I'm just saying. I was telling my boy, man, if all these little niggas that they claim they about this life with all these illegal guns and everything else, if you get 30 licensed ex-vets, ex-police, current police, run up on them niggas with ARs and be like, look, hey, y'all gotta move around. Hey, y'all ain't finna do this right here. We'll tell y'all where y'all can do it. They not finna do nothing. They not finna do nothing. Because they all gonna go to jail or they gonna get hit. And they just gonna move around. You know what I mean? Power respects power. That's how I look at it. I don't know. If power respects something else, I don't know. But that's how I look at it. You run up on them like the police and you legit and can't nobody tell you nothing, and you look like, look, bro. Look, this is what we doing. We cleaning this up. No. This is where you can do this at. Go over there. We said so.
Right.
We not the police. Well, he the police, and he the police, and he an Army vet, and he in the Army, and he a SEAL. But you gotta move around.
Right.
All y'all.
That makes me think of the that movie Always Outnumbered. Matter of fact, that's what people need to go watch. That's kind of what you're kind of speaking to. Go watch that Always Outnumbered, that with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne and Angelina Jolie and one of them, man.
When we can come together and police ourselves, then ain't no reason for them to be policing us and shooting our babies and beating up our women or nothing else. Because we ain't got no crime in our hood.
Right.
Except for where we said is at. Y'all can go over there and do whatever y'all want to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we said they don't be at. But in our neighborhood that we own and control and we got houses, no. Y'all not doing that.
Right.
Y'all not doing that.
Right.
And that's what it's going to take, just like the Mafia did. You know what I mean? Like we got to have laws to it. We got to reenact it.
Right, and stand on it.
Together, real ones got to connect with real ones, and we got to make it happen. But everybody can't sit in the crib and just wish it's going to happen.
Right.
Somebody got to put the work in.
Right.
Somebody got to put the work in. You know what I mean? Hey, and some people got that life, though. And some people not.
You're right.
Some people got that life, and some people not, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't just going to happen, because they don't want it to happen anyway. and we probably gonna have to do it in silence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like I said, cats that's wreaking havoc. They ain't doing nothing but them little old bags and whatever. Man, please. You let some real cats run up on them with their heat and license and legit jumping out Tahoes, man, please. Look, we finna stop this.
Right.
Pull up like we the fans, man, please. Who's that? It might be one nigga bust. Hey, and that'll be the end of that. They know, hey, when them black Tahoes pull up, hey, that's us. Y'all gotta move around. We finna break it down to you, and that's it.
Right.
Cause, hey, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just telling you though, because they won't know if it's the fans or us or whoever. You know what I'm saying? They won't know. They too high off pills and everything else. Like Buddy said last interview, they gone. They don't even know what they doing. They just trying to survive. But you know, I'm just saying, man, that's how I look at it.
Right.
We gotta start with families, then we gotta start with blocks, then we gotta start with communities, and then we can get somewhere. You know?
Right. Well, I'm gonna have to bounce, though, so I will get with y'all probably on the next one.
All right. Well, I won't.
Well, nice chopping it up with you, man. Nice chopping it up with you, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I got to get up at 5 in the morning, so I got to catch me a few hours.
Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, man. Everybody got to do what they do to get to it, man, but don't hurt nobody else in the way. You know what I mean? That's where we fall short. Fall short, man.
Yeah. I enjoy chopping it up. You know, I stay on. I always come on. I'm always looking to, come on and chop it up. So, hey, it's got late now, so I gotta wrap it on down. So
yeah.
Oh man, you first shift. You be pulling in good hours, man. I wish I could be up at 5:30 and still be up, man. That was about 10 years ago. All nighters, all weekend type stuff.
I can go in there and lay down now and be up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. I'll stay up all the way to probably this time again tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, hey, I feel you.
When I ain't doing nothing, when I ain't really, working or nothing, I still get my Z's then throughout the day. So I always try to at least get my 8 hours. You know what I mean? I try to make sure I get my 8 hours anyway.
Yeah, and get some naps in between somewhere too.
Sleep, yes sir. And that sleep is important too. Don't never try to deprive yourself too much of sleep. You gotta have that sleep.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, well, everybody that been quiet on the chat room, hey, I enjoyed that y'all listened to these two brothers. They added something phenomenal, and everybody that's catching the replay, you're gonna hear something that's lovely. Even though I'm saying this at the end, but join us again. I'm gonna be on again tomorrow. It's Friday, and I think I'm putting up a Lions Den tomorrow, so look out for that too. So we up out of here.
Yes sir.
Peace them up.
All right, Rick.
Yep.
Be smooth, man.
You too.
Hey man, peace. Hold it down, buddy.
Right.
One.